Hi everyone. So I think I'm audible, right? Am I audible? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the welcome, though. Okay. A quick hi and hello from everyone who's here, so that we get to know first of all that you're present here in this session, and that we can check that you've not left your devices somewhere, and probably like a Zoom or a Google Meet class you've left for some other place, whatever. So okay, are you here? A quick hi or a hello. Right. Namaste also works. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Okay. I think a lot many people are typing in their greetings. Great. Okay, so guys, we are sending this link in the chat section to go ahead and join our Discord channel. So you can just go ahead, join our Discord channel and ask all your doubts there itself, since people are sending a lot many other links here as well. And okay, since people are already in a mood to chat, a quick question from everyone: who's joined this pre-course thing that we have for the first time? Okay, so these are the first time free classes users, right? So these people, whoever is saying me in the chat section, is someone who's never joined Rally, right? For the first time they're joining. Okay, I think that's great. Okay, guys. So since a lot many of you are first-time users, I think I'll just introduce what we do here. I'm not going to teach you. And yes, so what happens in these free live classes is that we teach you coding from scratch. So in case you're someone who just wants to switch to coding from some other career, or maybe you're a student, right? Or maybe you're someone who's looking forward to switch from non-tech to tech, or maybe just go ahead and be a fresher, right? So if you are coming from any other profile or any coding profile as such, if you wish to upskill as such, anything, the background doesn't matter for us. What matters is if you're really passionate about learning, right? So that is something, and that is what we'll be going ahead with in the next few classes. So in the next 10 days, make sure that you're learning with all your dedication, solving assignments, and yes, solving code of the days as well. I think Yash would be joining us soon. He is our CEO, and he'll be briefing you more about whatever you learn in this free life course with us and in our main batch as well, right? So make sure that you're listening very attentively once he joins. And also, guys, can I also get to know if people here are students still? How many of you are students? How many of you are freshers? What are you currently doing? Okay, students, right? Freshers. What else? Are you working? Is anyone working? Okay, graduated, pursuing MCA. That's great. Uh, Service engineers. Okay, working. Great, guys. I think the chat section is pretty much flooded right now. That's great to see the enthusiasm. So make sure that you have this enthusiasm alive for the next 10 days, right? So this is just the first day, 10 days, 9 more days to go, I should say. Okay. And BTech, great. Why do we have a lot many BTech students? I prefer students coming in from other backgrounds because I am a non-tech student anyways. So yeah, anyone from non-tech background, guys, please have more non-tech people coming in. Yeah, B Pharmacy is nice. Great. So class 10th, okay, class 10 students are also here. Okay, I think class 10 students are upskilling from a very young age. That's great to see. Anyways, okay. So guys, once you're done with telling us where you're coming from and what courses you're pursuing, make sure that you go ahead and join our Discord channel, wherein you can go ahead and clear all your doubts. So this link would be shared in the chat section with you. Make sure you're clicking on this link and joining our Discord channel, wherein you can ask all your queries related to our course, or maybe related to whatever doubts you have about coding in general, right? So this is something that would give you an idea and valuable resources related to coding, related to our course as well. Once you go ahead, if you have any doubts related to assignments, you can just go ahead and click on this link and join this channel, right? And that's something. Okay, guys. So, okay, since we'll be beginning soon, one more thing, guys. I'll just ask you to go ahead and join Discord. Before that, I'll show you what this Discord channel looks like, right? And I'll just share my screen and you can tell me if this is visible or not. Okay, guys, is the screen visible? Is my Discord screen visible? To everyone who's here, I'm sorry, I have a sore throat, but then is it visible? Right. Okay, it is visible. Great, guys. I think a lot of yeses are coming in. Please make sure that these yeses keep coming in. It's great to see people being really enthusiastic on the first day. But then what happens is that, I'll just tell you that what happens is that by the time we reach the 10-day, people are not that enthusiastic. That's my personal experience. But I hope this batch can prove us wrong. Okay, anyways, so this is my screen. And yes, so I'll just go ahead and go to the pre-course thing that you join using this link that I've shared. And in this pre-course link, you see the announcement channel, wherein you can go ahead and find all the announcements and important updates related to our course or related to whatever sessions are to happen next, right? And then you can just go here and go to how to use, wherein people who have never used Discord, because I never used Discord before actually going ahead and learning Discord from here, from AccioJob, right? So I think for people who've never used Discord, you will find a short note here wherein you'll get an idea about whatever channels are here and how you can use these channels. Meanwhile, I'm just having a look at the chat section. Okay, you can find the Discord joining link here itself, guys. Right? Okay, I think people can find the link here. How many people have already joined Discord using this link? Okay. Yes. Okay, great. People have joined, right? Make sure, guys, you're joining in quickly so that we get to know about how many students are joining in and how many students are here with us in the pre-course. So that ways you get to know a lot more about pre-course and get a lot more updates about free live classes from here itself, because I'll be sharing the class recordings here itself. So that is something. So the class recordings would be shared in this channel. So make sure once you go ahead and join Discord, you'll find the recordings channel and you access this channel to find all these class recordings. So it's important to join Discord so that you can figure out how you can access these class recordings. Moreover, you will find all the notes and resources in this notes resources channel, wherein I'll be posting a few of the notes that the instructor is providing us with. Your instructor today would be Tushar. He'd be joining us after our CEO has given the orientation, right? So that is something. And then we have this general channel wherein you can ask all your queries. So that is something. And one second. Okay, so then we have this session links channel where I'll be posting the link to join the class at 8 p.m. sharp. So make sure that you're joining the class at 8 p.m. and you do not forget to join this live class from here itself, right? And app download karna hoga. Ira is asking. Okay, app to download karna parega yaar. So that is something. And okay, anyways, guys. So this is something, and I've already told you about Discord. Since you know about Discord now, I'll also show you few of these tips channels, wherein these are just extra channels that we have created to give you more hints about coding in general, right? The idea is not just to engage you in these free live classes, but to engage you in coding as well. So the coding bit, in case just so you find it very interesting, we've created few channels wherein you can find out helpful tips and tricks to get into coding and to ace at it, right? So these are few of the channels that I'll be showing you. There is value bombs wherein you can go ahead and find tips and find just I should say few interesting facts about coding. So this is this value bombs channel, and then there is testimonials channel, wherein you can find few of the testimonials, few of the experiences our alumni have shared with us. So that is something. And then there is interview experience, wherein people would be sharing with us, with you guys, their interview experiences with AccioJob, with placement companies, with companies that are coming in. And yeah, any more yeses though? How many people have still joined? Guys, are you joining in Discord? Are you not? Because I need to post all these recordings here. So if anyone asks for the recordings, you can just find it here itself. Okay, great. People are joining in. More yeses coming in. Pre-course, yes, this is the pre-course. Okay. Any questions about joining Discord though? I think this is pretty much sorted. Okay, guys. So I think since it is sorted, you can find another channel here, which is Chill Zone. It is only for students who just wish to interact among themselves and share their experiences, or maybe have a quick chit chat. So that is this channel. And then there, I think I've pretty much covered all these channels, and you can cover more such channels on your own though. So it's up for you to discover. And okay, guys, another question before I move forward. How many people have already started coding? How many people have already coded before? Okay, I think Yash is already here. Never. Is it? Okay, I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Okay, perfect. Over to me.
Yeah, I think, guys, so this is Yash, and Yash is our CEO, and he'll be briefing you more about the program today, about the next 10 days, and how you can enter the main batch. So over to you, Yash.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I think we are good to go. How's it going, guys? How's the energy? First session. Hi, guys. Good evening. Very, very warm welcome. Perfect. I am doing great, yaar. You guys, how about you guys? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, perfect, perfect. Josh is high. Great. I'm also doing great. How about you guys? This won't be free for 10 days. This is free for 10 days. Don't worry. Right. Uh, awesome. Okay, great. Chalo, amazing. Good to have all of you guys here. Perfect. I'm also doing great. Perfect. Chalo, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. No, Ritik sir is not the instructor for this month. He's taking another module this time. But don't worry, you have amazing instructors in line for this month also, right? Tushar, others, they are great at what they do, right? So yeah, don't worry too much about that part. Perfect. So what is today's session all about? Yeah, so today's session is to understand everything about what AccioJob can do for you. How can AccioJob help you out? What are the programs like? What will you learn in these programs? How do you get job opportunities at the end of it, and how can you go ahead clearing the selection process for Pioneer program or enrolling into the Sapling program, whatever you are looking to take up. Okay, so the next 1 hour, if you put all your attention right here and listen very, very carefully, you should get a complete understanding of the entire AccioJob program and a complete detailed guide that how can you proceed further as to the next steps. Okay, perfect. Chalo, let's get started then. What we'll do is that I'll start with my own journey, a little introduction about myself, because that will help you understand a little bit more about AccioJob also. Okay, so yeah, I hope you can see my screen. Can we see the screen? Can we see the screen, guys? Can we see the screen quickly on the chat? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, good that you can see my screen. So yeah, welcome to AccioJob. This is a place where we have created this place exactly for students to come in and learn and grow, right? Grow as a person, grow as a personality, grow in terms of their skill sets, and of course, grow ahead in their careers as well, right? That is what AccioJob is. And A very warm welcome to all of you guys. I am sure all of you guys are keen to evaluate a career for yourself in software development. What are the opportunities like? Can you find great opportunities in software development for yourself or not? Right? What is the path to do it? How can AccioJob help? How is the program here designed like? Can the program be really effective in getting you placed as fast as possible? Can the program be very helpful in getting you access to tons of job opportunities, in preparing you well with the skill sets which will needed to get you placed in any of these companies or not? Okay, so let's have a look at what the journey ahead would look like. Okay, and what AccioJob essentially is. So let me quickly start with my brief, my story. I am Yashwardhan. I am one of the founders here at AccioJob. We are 4 founders, right? All of us are batchmates from IIT Delhi. So I graduated from IIT Delhi in 2017. I did my bachelor's, that is BTech, in mechanical engineering. Okay, so-called evergreen mechanical engineering, so-called royal mechanical. I don't know why people add these adjectives, but I don't think that is absolutely right. Right. So, but what happened was that for my story, I started in I was born and brought up in a tier 2 town in Vadodara, Gujarat. Right. So when I did my 11th, 12th schooling, I fortunately studied a little bit more in my 11th, 12th, so I got into IIT. And when it came to choosing the path ahead, I figured out that, okay, I like physics. I think mechanical would be interesting. People around me told me, yeah, it is always an evergreen branch. You can always take it, this, that. And I went for mechanical engineering, right? So it was a very uninformed decision, is what I would like to say, right? It was not a very well informed decision. And when I actually came down to IIT, in my first year itself, then I realized that, okay, maybe I haven't made a great decision, right? There are opportunities, tons of, like, several times more opportunities available in maybe fields like computer science or an IT or maths and computing types departments, right? And I realized that after I was there, so couldn't do too much about that as such. But I could realize that my good strength about myself is I can talk to people really well, right? I can communicate, I can inform them, I can help them make a very good informed decision. So from my college time itself, I started getting opportunities to speak at a lot of these events, right, across the board, from uh, a lot of colleges who invited, a lot of exhibitions happening across the board, like Pragati Maidan in Delhi, etc. And I used to interact with thousands of students here. And this is where I realized that, okay, just helping students make a more informed decision about their career is also a huge impact for them, because it's a very big decision for them, right? And that is where my journey started in the career space, because I could just love the fact that I can create so much impact for so many students at scale, right? After I graduated from IIT, like everyone goes to IIT to get a good campus placement, a campus job, this, that, right? So I also got a campus placement. I got placed in a company called EXL, which was analytics consulting company, right? In fact, out of my entire batch of mechanical engineers of 105 people, I think only 10-15 people got placed in core mechanical branch related companies. All others were looking at other opportunities, right? So you can imagine how undistributed or how unevenly distributed the opportunities are, right? Meanwhile, if you look at it for a computer science person, only one company, TCS itself, is hiring 50,000 people in 1 year, right? So there is a big stark difference in the kind of opportunity, the number of opportunities which you can tap into. Okay, but I went in here, I started working with EXL. I worked there for about a year and more than a year or so, right? I used to work with a North American banking client, and they used to give me a lot of their credit card data. I used to build models on it. I used to share insights with them, right, etc., etc. But what I realized very, very, very quickly was that I couldn't feel the impact of my work, right? I was just giving suggestions. I don't know how it is being implemented. How is the end user perceiving it? Is it helping them? What is the on ground implementation? Nothing, right? So what I started, I moved out and I realized I want to work on something where I can feel the impact of my work really well, right? And that is where the journey of AccioJob started. How we started off was that in late 2018, 2019, I have personally visited more than 500 colleges. I have spoken, taken seminars there. I have interacted with thousands of students. I tried to understand what is the issue which the system currently has, right? So we could understand that there are some major issues which need to be fixed, right? And this is something which we realized after talking to hundreds of hiring managers, HR managers also, thousands of students in studying in colleges, understanding their mindset, their aspiration, right? And what we could figure out that number one reason, training methodologies in colleges are outdated. From a tier 1 college, even IIT, to a tier 4 college, 99% students are studying just to clear exams and get that degree at the end of it, right? No one is learning skills, no one is gaining skills, no one is learning to implement it in a real world application, right? Number two, colleges haven't really updated their curriculum at all. I was surprised that a BTech computer science student during his entire 4 years has not studied full stack development even a little bit. I don't know why, because if college was smart enough to see that what are companies looking for, what skills are they asking for, they would have incorporated it in their curriculum, right? And that is also not done. I don't know what the reason here is, but I could figure out one reason for it, that college's incentive is not completely in line with that of the student, right? So a college is looking for admissions. They are trying their best to get admissions into the new batch they are forming. Once a student has taken admission, they know they are going to pay the fees for 4 years and sort of stay at it, right? Get that degree. So it more comes down that their incentives of the college are not 100% aligned with that of the student, right? With all of those reasons which we could figure out, we moved ahead to start AccioJob to solve these primary problems. Now, what does AccioJob stand for, right? AccioJob stands for a program where student gets the outcome for sure, right? We are highly focused on the outcome and delivering that job outcome which a student is looking for, right? We give 100% job guarantee in our programs, right? What do we cover? We cover data structures, algorithms, very important subject or topic to crack software development jobs or tech jobs, right? Full stack web development, right? Full stack web development, again, very, very handy. All the pieces of software you see, right, are being created by full stack developers, essentially, right? The front end which you use on websites, on mobile apps, right? The back end which happens on the server side when you actually touch upon all of these, when you press login on AccioJob website, what happens? Something happens on the back end, right? So front end and back end together is what is known as full stack development. What will this course prepare you for, and why is full stack development the need of the hour, and why lakhs of job opportunities are available for this? You need to understand this, okay? So that you have a clear mind and clear opinion that where am I building my career? Why is this important, right? So every day you must be interacting with hundreds of mobile apps and websites, etc., right? When you interact with them, the part which user sees is the front end, where the user interacts on, be it a website, be it a mobile app, right? And the behind it is the back end or the server side. What happens on the back end side is it has been created by the developer, that if I click on login, please show the person a pre-course page. If I click on join meeting, please send the person to the Zoom meeting. Okay, so together, front end development and back end development together are known as full stack development. Understood? Data structures algorithms, meanwhile, is the method how developers figure out how do they store all of this data. What structure should they use to store all of this data, right? And what algorithms can they use to optimize the use of this data? Okay, this is what data structures algorithms is thought for, and that is why it is super useful for anyone who is going to create any type of software. Understood? Now, we cover full stack web development and data structures algorithms in its entirety through the entire program which we have designed. Okay. Now, at AccioJob, what is the best part which you get here, right? AccioJob is essentially stands for quality, is what I would say, right? We make sure that each and every instructor we have, each and every mentor we have, the guidance which we provide will be top notch. It will be top quality for sure, right? We know that our curriculum is so well organized, so well structured. We know that we can personalize the journey for each and every student according to their needs, according to their learning pace, right? And all of this is something which you won't find anywhere else. This has been done because we have had a pinpointed focus on training students on exactly cracking software development jobs for the last 2.5 years now, right? So we have exact awareness and understanding that what are the important minute skill sets to focus on with the student. How can we get the student to become placement ready as fast as possible? What are companies who are hiring for software developers specifically looking for? what are the kind of concepts and topics they will pay 10x more emphasis on as compared to topics which they might not pay a lot of attention or emphasis on, right? So each and everything has been perfected, and the curriculum and output which you are seeing now as a program is a very, very, very well structured program which trains you in a very holistic manner, right? Be it your hard skills, not just programming and coding, also your soft skills, also your resume, also building out projects for your resume, also working on your HR interview skills, giving tons of mock interviews, taking one-on-one mentorship sessions. At AccioJob, the best part is learning is infinite. Once you are in working with us, all of us together are focused on the end goal or the outcome, that is to get you placed, right? You can take unlimited mock interviews, you can take unlimited one-on-one mentorship sessions. We don't cap any student for any form of learning which they really want to do. Okay, talking about are you eligible, so each and every person is eligible. That is the best part, right? So if you look at the tech hiring market, right, it has changed significantly over time. More and more companies have started realizing that it is very difficult to find skilled developers in the market. So more and more companies are getting rid of their eligibility criteria. What they care more about is the person I am hiring skilled enough or not? If the person I am hiring is skilled enough, I am more than happy to have them. Doesn't matter if they were from a BCom background, right? If they have worked hard on their skill sets and they can, if I am getting a trained person whom I can hire and day one they will be deployable in my company, and they can be from a BA, BCom, BBA, BCA, MCA, BTech, mechanical, civil, any background doesn't matter. Versus I am getting a BTech computer science from a college campus, but he doesn't know anything, right? Of course, the company has started preferring skills more than anything else now, right? So each and everyone, anyone and everyone is eligible for the program, right? You can be a 2010 graduate to a 2023 graduate. You can be a BBA person to a BTech computer science person to a BTech IT person to MCA to BCom, BA, anything, right? So each and every person is eligible for the program irrespective of where you come from. Okay, now we've got two kinds of programs, and this is also something which we have learned out of speaking with hundreds of students and teaching so many students with us, right? That each and every student has slightly different learning pace. Not everyone will have the same pace of learning, right? So that is why there are two programs. There is one program which is the sapling program, which is very, very, very much slower paced and more hand holding, extra focus given on fundamentals, because foundation, creating a strong foundation is super important, right? Very, very, very important. Okay, and not everyone's learning pace is super fast, and it is okay. Even if you have spent 3 years, 4 years in your college and not got any outcome whatsoever, right? Spending the next 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 months with us is a place where you should look to maximize your learnings as much as possible, which you haven't done in your last 3 or 4 years of college. Okay, if you can maximize your learnings with us, automatically job placement, that is our guarantee. We will get you placed. All I expect from your side is just hard work and effort, nothing else apart from it. No prior coding knowledge, nothing needed. Okay, so number one thing which we need out of you is dedication and consistency with us, right, boss? Without that, nothing can happen. If you are not going to put in effort with us as a student, we can't help you much. Okay, so yeah, two programs, sapling program, pioneer program. In both the programs, we cover the same syllabus, same instructors teach you, you get same placement opportunities, everything remains the same across both the programs. Okay, sapling program, just that sapling program has a couple of months extra where we teach them even more focused on their fundamentals and foundation, because that is very, very, very crucial. Till the time the building foundation isn't strong, you will always keep struggling to build on top of it further, right? And that is why the sapling program essentially is where more students tend to enroll, right? Because they realize they want a very structured, ideal program. They work hard with us for 8 months, right? And they are completely equipped to crack whatever next job opportunity comes in front of them, right? So the sapling program is an 8-month program. Everything, again, the curriculum is the same, boss, right? Sapling mein there is added focus on fundamentals, logic building, initial introduction to algorithms, everything there, right? Plus everything which is covered in the pioneer program will be covered in the sapling program also. So again, Where you will get placed, you will learn from, job opportunities, placements, everything will be the same for Pioneer or Sapling student. It totally depends on the student per se. Sapling program students have also been there who have cracked as high as 15 LPA, while Pioneer program students have also been there who have cracked as low as 4, 5, 5.5, 6 LPA also, right? So it totally depends on the student and their skill set and their hard work with us, right? That where will you get placed totally depends on that fact. Okay, so you personally should be prioritizing a better learning approach for yourself. I'm sure a lot of students are confused ki Pioneer is better for me or Sapling is better for me, right? There are 2-3 differences which I can tell you upfront, right? Number one, Pioneer program is slightly faster. You will have to put at least 8 to 9 hours of effort every day for the Pioneer program. Okay, very simple and clear. Sapling program is slightly more slower paced. We want to give the student more time to work on their fundamentals, right? Closely, carefully. Still, in Sapling program also, we expect you to put at least 5 to 6 hours of effort per day with us. Okay, it's not, both of them are rigorous. Okay, next, if you think you have slightly better analytical skills or problem solving skills, right, or aptitude skills, right, you might be able to cope up well with Pioneer program also in that case. But if you think you have average analytical skills or decent or below average analytical skills or aptitude skills, the Sapling program will be a better fit for you, right? Because with the Sapling program, you will get all of that focus to work and polish that part first. Okay, so that these two factors you can use to understand that what is a better suited program for me personally. Make sure you choose the right learning path for you, right? Because that is something which will affect your journey ahead, your 6 months or 8 months of effort ahead of it. Okay, next after that, what you can use, we have the pre-course starting today, right? Today is the first day, today is the day 0. So the next 10 days you attend our free live classes, solve the assignments with us, right? If you are able to learn fine at this pace and can put 8-9 hours a day of effort with us in the next 10 days, right? When the pre-course classes are going on, if you can put 8-9 hours of effort every day with us, attend our free live classes, solve the assignments being given, then you will easily be able to clear the coding test and interview also. And based on that, you can join the Pioneer program also, right? So the pre-course in itself is a very good approach to figure out that what is a better program for me. Should I go for the Sapling program or should I go for the Pioneer program? If for the next 10 days, you can attend the classes, you can solve the assignments, you can put 8-9 hours of effort, and then you can easily clear the coding test and interview, then maybe you can consistently put in that amount of effort and cope up well with the Pioneer program also. But if you think that, okay, maybe a slightly more slower paced program, or if you're able to work with us for these 10 days and not able to clear the coding test and interview, that means you need to work harder on your skill set, right? You need to invest more time on problem solving, on more practice, on more doubt solving, right? For that case, Sapling program would be a much more ideal program for you guys. Okay, so these are like the key differences between the two programs. What does the selection process look like, right? For the Sapling program, we have upfront payment option, right? You can pay the down payment of 6,000 rupees essentially and book your seat, right? After that, we have no cost EMI options also if you want, or you can pay the entire amount upfront also if you want, right? Whatever method works fine for you, you can do that, right? So Sapling program, it's priced at very reasonably priced across the board. You go to anywhere in the market and you will find that this is one of the most reasonably priced program for what we tend to offer to you, right? So you can pay just the down payment or the registration amount and then pay the remaining amount in no cost EMIs, right? Up to 12 months, that is an option, or you can pay it together also, right? That is the way how you can enroll into the Sapling program. We also have a Accio SAT, right, which is a scholarship test, right? So you can give the scholarship test and avail exciting scholarships also for yourself. There is as high as 100% scholarship also, right? The next is the Pioneer program. So for the Pioneer program, the pace is slightly faster for the program, plus we expect you to put 8-9 hours of effort, definitely. So for the Pioneer program, you can sign up on our website. I believe you guys already have. You can work with us in the next 10 days of pre-course, right? It's the free live classes for 10 days. Complete minimum 50% assignments during these 10 days. Make sure you are attending the live classes with us during these 10 days, right? Put in 8-9 hours of effort with us, right? post that, give the coding test and interview based on what we are teaching you for these 10 days only. Okay, there's nothing else which will be asked. Whatever we are covering in these 10 days, that is what will be asked to you in the coding test and interview, right? Once you clear that, you can join the Pioneer program also, right? Once you are selected in Pioneer program, you will get both the options. If you want to pay us after placement, you can choose that option and sign the legal agreement with us. Or if you want to pay upfront, again, same price as sapling program, almost half of that of pay after placement. You can opt for the upfront Pioneer option also, right? But for the Pioneer program, you must complete the selection process first, because if I let you join Pioneer program directly, later on you'll come back and tell me this is too fast, right? I can't put 9 hours a day. I'm not able to cope up. Put me in sapling again, right? I cannot do that. That is why for Pioneer, we have kept a live class 10-day approach where student automatically realizes that, okay, for me, is this a little too faster pace? Can I put in 9-10 hours of effort? Or is a more slower, beginner-friendly approach better for me, so that I can follow a more structured learning path for myself? Okay, so accordingly, you can enroll in one of these programs. So pre-course is starting from today, right? So next 10 days, please make sure you are attending all these live classes, right? Take the experience. This is almost an experience of how AccioJob batches would look like to some extent, right? So take this experience, attend our live classes. They are completely free. You are getting to learn from the best of instructors, trust me. Tushar is working with Mintra, Adarsh is working with Nutanix. They have taught thousands of students before this. They know what it is to teach students really well and get them to do really well. Okay, so you're getting to learn from the best instructors you will get across the board. I can guarantee you that, right? These are top-notch instructors you are dealing with. Okay, so learn from the best, solve assignments, get started on your coding journey, right? Based on it, after 10 days, give the coding test and interview, and once you clear it, you are through to the Pioneer program also, or sapling, whatever you want to opt for. Okay, so this is what the pre-course page looks like. Okay, I'm sure that once you sign up into AccioJob program and you might be seeing the screen, you might be seeing something like this on your screen right away. Okay, you might be seeing the pre-course page right in front of you. Okay, so here is the place where you can head over for the pre-course. Let me quickly screen share and show it to you, in fact, directly also, right? Okay, so this is the pre-course page, right? So when you log in, you see this pre-course page in front of you, right? So you can basically see the pre-course orientation class, join directly from here. You can see the selection process for Pioneer program directly here, right? You can see the schedule, like you can go to the pre-course tab, and here you can see that you will find the recording of sessions also available here later on after the session is over, and every day. So tomorrow you have a class on this intro to programming class tomorrow at 8 o'clock, right? You will be able to join directly from here, right? So tomorrow you need to make sure you come to the class at 8 o'clock, join directly from the pre-course, and then on the basis of it, solve the assignments which are being given. So assignments are already added here. So after tomorrow's class, you should be able to solve these two assignments. Okay, there are some things called concept video also. These are shorter form introductions to what we are covering, right? Shorter videos for you. Okay, perfect. So this is the pre-course everyday classes you will see here. You will see the assignments to be done with everyday classes also. Apart from this, if you have any doubts during these live doubt hours, you can join the live sessions and ask your doubts to the mentor also. Okay. Similarly, you can join our Discord. I think Shikha has already briefed you about joining our Discord community. Shikha, you can post the Discord link on the chat also. Join our Discord community. This is a free community. It is like Discord is like WhatsApp. It is a group of all the students, right, who are preparing to clear the selection process, to get started on their coding journey. Okay, and you can also join in the Discord group, and you can essentially sort of ask your doubts, help others out, and learn, right? So with this pre-course, Discord will be very helpful for you. So make sure you are joining the Discord community for sure. Okay, so this is how the pre-course will look like, and every day you have to come attend classes from here, solve assignments from here. You have to solve minimum 50% of the assignments at least. Okay, cool, good to go. Okay, I'll show you one more interesting thing, in fact, right? So let me show you the main batch platform also. Okay, I'll show you my main batch platform. So after you join the AccioJob program, right, your platform will get upgraded to something like this, right? It will change. So your platform basically will completely sort of get altered into the main batch platform. Okay, let me just go here. Okay, just a second. This is a dumb account. Okay, perfect. Just give me 1 second. Yep, here we go. Right. So when this is the main batch account, guys, I'm just taking you through a quick main batch account tour also. Right. So when you enter the AccioJob main batch, right, once you start studying with us, be it the sapling program, be it the pioneer program, irrespective, you would be logging into this platform, and AccioJob's learning platform is state of the art. Right. This is where you will be spending your entire learning journey on. Right. So it is very important that this is well equipped. Okay. So on the home page itself, you will see that what is the next class which you have, right? How can you join it? What is the schedule for it? Your upcoming contests which are coming, you will be able to see. You will be able to see something very interesting, which is called job sincerity score, right? So this is basically based on your assignment questions, gym questions, attendance, and you get a job sincerity score based on it, right? Job sincerity score is super important. Job sincerity score is directly correlated to your success, trust me, right? Your inputs, your efforts, basically, they determine how well you will get placed also, how soon you will get placed also, right? What package also you will get placed at, right? So we have something very interesting called job sincerity score of the student, which the student keeps seeing. Okay, you should try and keep this at least above 7 or 8. Okay, the next thing is, here you go in and see the module section, right? So every day the classes which are happening, right, you will be able to see it in your modules tab, and you will be able to see exactly what are the modules which are there, and you will be able to access all the previous modules which you have done also. Let's say, for example, last month I was doing this module, right? I go to this one particular class which happened. I will be able to see that, okay, what were the assignments given on this particular day to me, and I will also be able to see the recording of the lecture available here, right? That what was taught in the lecture. I can see the entire recording of my lecture also here itself, right? So this is how the everyday day-to-day modules and your live classes, everything works. Okay, so for example, let's say yesterday's class, I missed it, I want to see the recording, I go here and see the recording here. Okay, next is the live doubt hours, right? So anytime during any of these slots, 11 to 1 in the morning, 5 to 7 in the evening, at night 11 to 12, right? In fact, 11 to 1 at night now, you will be able to come here on the platform. You will be able to select your doubt. You just have to go, and you will get a button to join the Zoom meeting directly. So you can almost real time on a daily basis, whatever doubts you are getting, you can get on the Zoom call with the mentor, get your doubts resolved, and hop off, right? So you will get almost instantaneous doubt solving assistance whenever you need. And this is, all of these are very critical elements for the student's learning journey. Okay, next is the gym section. So we have an amazing gym section with more than like 1,000+ questions. These are more questions than a typical code chef also has, right? And you can just come in whenever you find free time, you go to the gym and you work out, right? So you come here, you select that, okay, I'm comfortable with arrays. Okay, let me start doing array questions and easy level questions to start with. So I can just select this and I can start solving easy level array questions. Similarly, I can do web development based assignments also here. Then there is the contest platform, right? So you see all the upcoming contests here. So tomorrow I have an upcoming contest. At what time? At this time. All my previous contests, I'll be able to see that, okay, my attempt has been recorded for this contest, what happened in all of these contests. What is contest? So every weekend we have a contest, right? Coding contest. What this does is it puts you in a timed environment to actually practice it in a manner that it is simulated like a company coding test, right? If you are giving a company coding test, you will have your camera on, you will have your mic on, it will be proctored, your full screen mode, right? It will be timed. You will have 2 hours to do maybe 4 questions, maybe 3 questions, etc. Right? So similarly, our contests which we do every weekend are similar, right? You will be able to solve assignment, solve contests every weekend in a very simulated manner, just like a company coding test, right? It will be proctored, full screen, everything. So this sets you very well to clear company coding tests later on. Next is the one-on-one session. So let me show this one-on-one sessions tab in the other login. Right. So one-on-one sessions, like I said, every student has like unlimited one-on-one sessions which they can take, right? So every one-on-one session, let's say I took a module 3 mock interview, right? I want to book it. So I can click on my schedule now button. Maybe tomorrow, no, Monday I am free. I can choose the slot I want to book it in, and I can book my one-on-one mock interview, right? For example, I took the module 2 mock interview, right? I got a score of 8 out of 10 in it. I can see the feedback, right, which the mentor has shared with me. It is detailed. You will know that what did you not do well, what did you do well, what was your overall score, right? What exactly did is there something very specific which the interviewer wants out of you? Yes, he has said that you are not good with binary search, you should practice more questions of it, right? So you get complete detailed evaluation. You get the recordings of your one-on-one sessions, right? So you can see the recordings, and seeing one-on-one session recordings helps a lot, because when you see yourself giving a mock interview, you realize that what are the mistakes you are making, right? And that helps you correct a lot. Apart from that, of course, there are other mentorship sessions, resume and project building mentorship sessions, HR mock interviews. So all types of sessions you will be able to take using the one-on-one sessions tab. For example, we have detailed notes of every topic available on our platform, right? We have pre-built it. Some students want to go through notes to revise stuff, right? So there are detailed notes on each and every topic. In arrays, there are so many topics, for example. So DSA, GitHub, system design, front end, back end, everything, right? This is an open editor. So lots of students told us that I have to go to online GDB to code, sir, but my AccioJob portal is always open. So can you add an open editor here? So we added an open editor here, right? So if I come across some random question, let's say right now, any one of you throws a random coding question at me, I can just start solving it right away from here itself, that, okay, what should I do? Okay, whatever, right? So this is how the open editor works. Next is the calendar, right? So you are able to see that next entire month, what is my module going to look like? On what days do I have classes? What days do I have soft skill sessions? What days I have communication related sessions, right? So you'll be able to see it on your calendar and plan it beforehand, that, okay, on this upcoming Sunday, I have a soft skill session on behavioral questions also, and I have a contest discussion also, right? I have technical interview related session, right? So you will be able to see everything on the calendar itself. Okay, perfect. Moving on, there is a soft skills repository. So all of you guys will get access to this soft skills repository where you can get your resume reviewed, just submit it here, practice some aptitude questions, join our soft skills Discord community where a lot of group discussion sessions happen and people practice. Want to improve your LinkedIn profile, you can put it here, right? You have a lot of resources to get better in your soft skills, etc. Okay, there is a projects tab. So here you get a lot of project related assistance, right? That how can you use Figma for front end development, GitHub, how can you use, how can you deploy your projects? There are a lot of projects which we have added, which are self-assisted projects, right? So step-by-step assistance you keep getting, that, okay, what do you need to do? After this, what next do you need to do, right? After you're done with this, what next do you need to do? And so on. So they are very guided projects which we are getting to make here, right? This is the referral option. This is something which you can do from the pre-course also, right? I'll show it to you. So in the pre-course portal also, you might be seeing this only, right? That option to refer your friends is there, and you can get a 3,000 rupees cashback with that also. If you like our classes, if you like the platform, if you like me, if you like the session which I'm taking today, if you like the fact that AccioJob stands for high quality, stands for good focused learning, stands for job outcomes, right? And if you believe in it, and if you think that, yes, this is a great program for any of your friends also, you can just go to the refer and earn option, and you can either copy and share your unique link, or you can directly share it via WhatsApp. And your friends who enroll, essentially, if they enroll into the program, you get a 3,000 rupee cashback or a referral bonus, right? Simple. So that is how you can refer your friends and ask them to sign up, and they can also experience. You can do it today itself, so that from tomorrow, if you are referring any friend, right, and if they have missed today's session, you can tell them that here they will get the recording for today's session. So today's session recording they can watch, and from tomorrow onwards, they can start attending the live classes itself, right? So if they start attending the live classes, it will be ideal for them to understand that how well fitting are they for this program and for this course. Okay, perfect. So this is how the pre-course looks like. Understood, guys? I hope this is clear till here. I am trying to go slow and steady and explain everything in detail. Let me screen share again and cover the remaining parts now. Okay, perfect. So this is the pre-course page, which I think everyone is now understood, right? What does the schedule look like? So in the main batch, after you get selected, the schedule is rigorous, boss. Every day, 3 hours live sessions, 8 to 11 p.m. with us. Lots of problem solving, practice assignments every day, like I showed it to you on the main batch platform, right? Sundays, there are contest discussions. Saturdays, there are weekend contests, right? Project building sessions, resources, guidance for 30 plus projects, soft skill sessions, open doubt hours, like I said, from time to time, unlimited one-on-one mentorship sessions, like I showed in the 1v1 session tab, mock interviews, both technical, HR, all sorts of mock interviews, right? So at AccioJob, what the program essentially delivers is that we have to give you that outcome, get you placed, right? So the entire program is really holistic in terms of the fact that you will get access to not just hard skills and programming skills, but soft skills, your resume, your projects, your communication skills. How do you present yourself better? Each and every aspect around it. Okay. What else do you get? Everything, right? Personality development, one-on-one doubt clearing, soft skills, resume building, each and everything. Plus, one more important thing which we have is we have personalized batch managers who work with you, right? So they will constantly stay in touch with you. They will be your like go-to person for you, right? You have any problem, any issue you are facing, any help you need, these are the go-to people for you, right? You can head over to them, you can help them out. They will be there to help you out with whatever assistance you need. Okay, they will also follow up with you every week and understand, are you doing proper progress, are you working hard? They will hold you accountable also. Okay, and I'll show you one more interesting thing, that just that we are already talking and we are in the flow, I'll show you interesting thing, right? How do people hold themselves accountable with AccioJob? So you will see this. I'll just screen share, right? So you will see that at AccioJob, what happens once in the main batch, a lot of students hold themselves publicly accountable, right? They go and post their progress every day publicly, either on LinkedIn or on Twitter or on WhatsApp story. Some people even Snapchat it to their batch manager. Every day streak, they are Snapchatting to their batch manager, right? So this guy is on 24 day and every day he has been posting his progress with the program, right? I can show you several more. Like you will keep seeing that in my notifications, so many people keep tagging me for this, right? See, this is Shivam is on day 64. There is Amit is on day 61 already, right? So he started a new module. You can look at more and more people, right? So more and more people who are there available here, and like they are sort of more than prepared. Every day they post and they hold themselves publicly accountable, that boss, I have to be consistent, I have to work hard with the program. That is important, right? So you can see all of this. So this is something like consistency in learning is the biggest predictor of your success, trust me, right? There is nothing else which is uh, more more obviously predicting that you will get placed or not. If you stay consistent throughout the journey, you will 100% get placed. But if you don't work hard, put in the efforts, and you're not in a basic discipline, you will not be able to get placed easily. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are staying consistent, working hard with the program, and then is when you will be in a position where you will easily be able to crack job opportunities, right? We give you 100% job guarantee. What does that mean? It is a clear showcase of our confidence and my confidence that the curriculum which we have structured for you, the mentors, instructors which we have, are all top notch, high quality, right? Okay, they are high quality instructors. The entire learning environment, our platform, the number of job opportunities who are hiring based on these skills which we are teaching you, right? Which we have already, right? We are confident that we can get you placed 100% for sure, right? But there is never a job guarantee which is 100% without the student's effort, right? So if tomorrow you don't work with us in module 1 only, you start being like, okay, I don't want, I'm just doing for the sake of it, I'm not learning, I'm not putting effort, then no one can get you placed, right? 100% job guarantees is a showcase of the fact that My curriculum, the structure which we have, my instructors, the program which we have is super well designed, and I have hundreds of job opportunities which are hiring for this particular segment, right? For these skill sets. So I am confident that I will get you placed for sure, 100%. I just want you to work hard with me. That's it. That's the only commitment I am asking from you. Okay, understood? Perfect. Let me move ahead from here then. Okay, talking about placements, I'm sure everyone wants to hear about placements, right? So talking about placements, uh, more than 300 partner companies now. By the time you guys join in, start working with us, you will see more partner companies only increasing day by day, right? A minimum with the sapling program, the minimum CTC guaranteed is 3 LPA. Again, what I would say is forget about the minimum. What package you will get placed at totally depends on how many modules you are learning and how much skills are you acquiring. If you are acquiring skills, you will get placed at 10 LPA also. The placement opportunities, the kind of instructors you will get, the curriculum, each and everything will be the same. So it totally depends on the student. If the student is prepared well enough in terms of their skill sets to crack a job opportunity, right? Simple. For the big mang companies and MNCs, we put in referrals for our students. There is no limit on how many companies you can apply to or anything like that. You can keep applying to companies. No one is stopping you. All sorts of companies come in, MNCs, startups, unicorns, larger startups, smaller startups, all sorts of companies. We have a dedicated placement team which does this much more efficient than a college placement cell, right? So multiple students who have witnessed all, you name one background and I'll give you a student who has whose journey you will be able to resonate with, right? You will be able to say that, okay, this is exactly where I am and I can go there, right? So you can be from a Bachelor of Arts background. We have had Bachelor of Arts students working hard with us and getting placed in software development. We have had BSc people, BCom people, BBA people, MBA people, LLB people, BTech mechanical, BTech civil, BTech CS, BTech IT, any type of journey you name it, working professionals from Infosys or a TCS or even poorer people working at 1.5 LPA also taking up the program, working hard with us, switching to literally 8x their salary, right? It's not a joke, right? That you, for someone to go from 3.6 to 15 in Infosys, it will take them at least, I think 7-8 years is like a ballpark figure. Okay. So yeah, again, like I said, all sorts of students across the board. You can check out our LinkedIn, our alumni itself, right? You can reach out to our alumni itself. You can ask on Discord. There are alumni available. We can share some profiles of LinkedIn alumni also. You can reach out to them. You can talk to them also. You can ask them that, okay, you have had a very similar background like mine. How was your journey like? How did you plan your journey? What were important elements in your journey? Did you face any issues or not? Feel free to reach out to our alumni, talk to them, get convinced that AccioJob is the right partner for you or not, right? Attend our pre-course, talk to our instructors, learn from them, and be convinced that AccioJob can be a game changer for your life. Trust me on this, because I've seen it happen, right? I've seen people at not placed for 3 years, 5 years, right? 5 years of government exam prep, suddenly come in, get placed and get their career started. And it's a booming place, because even if you get placed, let's say you start your career in IT sector, if it at 4 LPA, 5 LPA, 8 LPA, doesn't matter. You spend some time in it, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year of learning more on the job experience, you switch. And I have had students switching from 5 to 17 LPA, 5 to PayPal directly at 22 LPA, right? So there is a huge opportunity ahead of you. Your career is 50 years long from here. You are investing in your own education, your own skill sets, and this is a career opportunities which is very, very bright in terms of the number of opportunities it will open up for you in the future. Okay. That is why I'm sticking to here, right? Because I know that there is a great opportunity for you guys to grow into from here, right? I could have sold courses which say I will teach you AI and ML also, right? But I know that you will not have a great career opportunity as a fresher getting a good AI ML job. Very few people, right? Software development, you will see 100x more openings. You just go ahead and search maybe naukri.com and put the keyword software developer fresher, how many job openings, versus data scientist fresher, how many job openings. You will see a big difference, right? So let's focus on places where there is a huge number of opportunities available for us to start our career and huge growth in our career, which is open wide field in front of us. Okay. You don't believe us? Check out our, like I said, our alumni are our biggest marketing. Like we have our competitors like Masai School, Newton School, or Scalar, or something like that, right? They are more expensive than us also, first. And second, uh, they have hundreds of millions of dollars to invest in marketing, right? Our students are our biggest marketers, right? I'm sure in today's session also, at least 50% students in this session know someone or the other who has been touched by the AccioJob program, right? And our students, our alumni, have been the biggest uh, flag bearers of AccioJob going forward, right? And that is exactly vigilant to us in the form of the love which we get from our alumni and our students. Okay. So yeah, placement highlights, you can check out our placement report on our website also. But yeah, placement report, like I said, right? So 43% students get placed in the average salary range 8 to 12 LPA, right? This stat is very important. So 25% students will get placed above 10 LPA. So your realistic goal should be to target to be in the top 25% of the batch. Okay. Average is 8.3, 38% students will get placed even before training is completed, right? And these students will get placed because they have been consistent from the starting. That is why they will get placed sooner also, and they will get placed at better packages also. Trust me, I can give it to you in writing for sure from now, because they are serious. They are very disciplined and consistent about their learning. Yeah. Okay. All sorts of background students coming in with us, right? Working hard with us. So yeah. Profiles, what kind of roles will you land into? You will land into roles like full stack developer, software developer, backend developer, front end engineer, UI UX engineer, right? SDE1, application development engineer, product development engineer. All of these are different titles, but the main umbrella is you will all be as working as software development field, right? So when you are creating software, of course there are multiple aspects to it, right? You will be creating front end as well, back end as well. So depending on what role you crack particularly, that is where you will get started. But all of you guys will be working in the software development domain. Okay, perfect. You will get a certificate of completion from AccioJob, right? In fact, every module you complete, you will get a certificate for that also, right? When you complete a track completely or enough number of modules to get that placement readiness, you get a complete certification from AccioJob also, right? Okay. More than 300 plus companies have hired through us, right? You can see their logos across the board, from smaller startups to larger startups, MNCs, domestic mid-tier firms, all sorts of companies. Okay. This is available on the website also, on Discord also. What does the pricing look like, right? So there are two payment options for the Pioneer program and Sapling program. Sapling program, we have the pay upfront option, again with a 100% job guarantee. It is priced at 70,000 plus GST. We have up to 12-month no cost EMI options. Okay. No cost EMI का मतलब होता है you don't have to pay anything extra interest on it. Exactly the amount, divide by 12 crore. Every month you can pay out that amount and pay it to us in 12-month installments. Simple, right? Uh, the Pioneer program, once you clear the selection process, you can join the Pioneer program. For joining the Pioneer program, you must clear the selection process, experience it yourself, and come to a decision that is the Sapling program more suitable for me, is the Pioneer program more suitable for me. Okay. Once you join the Pioneer program, again in Pioneer program also, it is a pay after placement option also, or upfront option, whatever you want to take. For upfront option, the course fees is the same, 69,999 plus GST. Again, can be paid in 12-month no cost EMIs. With the Pioneer program, the pay after placement option also is there. Pay after placement option, if you get placed between 5 to 10 LPA, you pay a total of 1,50,000 plus GST, right? This is after placement. If you get placed between 5 to 10, okay. So 1,50,000 plus GST. If you get placed between 5 to 10, that is paid 10,000 plus GST per month for 15 months, right? If you get placed between 10 to 18 LPA, you have to pay 13,333 plus GST per month for 15 months. That is a total of 2 lakh plus GST. And if you get placed above 18 LPA, you have to pay a total of 2.5 lakh plus GST. That is 16,666 plus GST for 15 months. Okay. That is the pay after placement option. Even if you are taking the Pioneer program with pay after placement option, you sign a legal agreement with us, which makes it very clear that if you are not meeting the terms and conditions we expect out of you, right? That you have to clear minimum 6 modules out of 12 in a maximum of 12 months. You have to apply to all companies you are eligible with. At most, you can skip 3, right? Same as the sapling program upfront options, terms and conditions for the job guarantee policy. The same terms and conditions are there for the Pioneer Pay After Placement program also. If you violate that, we will ask you to pay us the cost of the course. Simple. If you're taking the pay after placement option, and if you are not making sure that you are meeting every criteria, then you have to pay us the cost of the course, which will be the same as the upfront amount fee, which is 69,999 plus GST. Okay. So in both the cases, essentially, you end up paying the same amount, be it upfront or be it pay after placement. Upfront, we have tried to keep the cost as reasonable as possible. People might think it is expensive. You are paying bare minimum. You are paying 6,000 rupees a month, right, for the program. Every mock interview or a mentorship session you take with a mentor or with a mock interviewer, right, it is expensive. Here you are getting unlimited for free, right? You are getting the top-notch instructors who are taking out time and preparing with you. They are 5x more costly than a college professor's salary. You have paid more fees than this for a semester in your college, right? I am asking that instead of 4 years, which you have given to college, 10 lakhs rupee, tens of lakhs of rupees, you just pay me one semester fee as work hard with me for 8 to 10 months, and I will get you placed. Simple, right? It is super reasonable as we could go, as reasonable as we could make it. You are investing this in yourself. 6,000 rupees month is 200 rupees per day, right? People end up spending this in their cafeteria of their college, right? People, so you are investing this money for your own learning, your own upskilling, your own career. There is a 50-year-old career, 50-year-long career ahead of you, right? And unfortunately, for me to give everything for free is not possible, right? How do I sustain and run this further otherwise? That is why, right? So we have tried to be as reasonably priced as possible. You can compare it with other options across the board also if you want, and you will find that this is probably the most reasonable way we could do it for you, right? So that is where the sapling program comes in. That is where the pioneer program comes in. This is how both the options are there. Even if you are getting into the pioneer, selected into the pioneer program, you can opt for any of the option, pay after placement or pay upfront, whatever you want. Sapling program, the upfront option is there. We typically have a early bird discount for the sapling program. So if you are convinced that yes, sapling program is the right program for me to go into, I'm someone who would want to study properly in a proper structured manner and focus on my learning first rather than working fast, and I won't be able to put 9 hours a day. Maybe I won't be able to cope up really well. You can attend the free live classes and take a call for yourself that way. Okay, so that is where the sapling program comes in. Yes, we have a money back guarantee with the sapling program also, full refund. It is available on our website. We have that 100% transparency, right? So it is available on our website. You can read the money back policy for yourself and understand it. If you have any doubts, you can ask us on our Discord community also, right? Apart from this, we also have a Pratigya initiative for female students, right? Where female students get a special discount as well, right? So for the female students, it will be super helpful. They get a certain discount, plus a lot of companies and partner companies want to hire female students also as much as male students, right? So for female students, it is a great career path, more suited according to the Indian societal norms also, I would say, that they get good hybrid flexible options of working. It is a proper office setup where you need to work out of, right? So for female students, it's a great career opportunity as well. And we have a Pratigya scholarship of 15,000 rupees off on the upfront programs for female students if they want to opt for it. Okay, perfect. So this is how the program looks like, guys. I hope this was okay. First of all, was this session helpful? Did it help you gain clarity on what AccioJob is providing? You just went against feminine? Okay, sorry, yeah. Okay. Yes, very, very helpful. Perfect. Yes, got clarity. Okay, great. Amount of monthly GST. GST is 18%, boss. तो आप लगा लो अपने हिसाब से ना, है ना? Okay. Make AccioJob app user interface simple. Krishna, here we have tried to keep it as simple. The main batch platform is even better, right? We are now working to revamp the pre-course platform a little bit more. Okay, got it. Perfect. Very helpful. Thank you. प्रॉब्लम अबाउट डिग्री नहीं होगी यार. सो फॉर पीपल हु आर फ्रॉम कंप्लीटली नॉन टेक बैकग्राउंड, राइट, हु आर नॉट फ्रॉम बीटेक बैकग्राउंड एट ऑल, right, they might be a little worried ki what will happen, will I be eligible, this that, right, they might have tons of questions also, right. So don't worry about it. Like I said, right, more and more companies are opening up their eligibilities because they realize they want skilled developers now. They don't bother about the background of that person, right. So if you compare, let's say if a BTech computer science student of 2022 batch is eligible for 100 companies, then maybe you will be eligible for only 70 companies or 70% of it, right. But that is okay. If you have worked hard on your skills, you can crack any one of those 70% of those opportunities which you are getting, right. And that you just need one career break to get yourself started in the IT domain. After that, no one will care about your past background anyways, right. Plus, what other option do you have? A non-technical background person today, what options is he looking at in terms of their career prospects? Even if they get into the IT sector with a 5 LPA, 4 LPA, 7 LPA, 6 LPA, whatever salary they get into, right? Can you get that salary from anywhere else? Is it that easy? This domain, the best part is that once you get in, even if you get in and start your career at 4 LPA, right? 1 year later, you will be at a switch and you will be at a much better salary. 5 years later, you can be as high as 50 LPA also, right? And Tushar here is a testament. Tushar, he's working with Myntra already, right? He can tell you that how people, he must have experienced even more switches, right? People growing their salaries even higher, right? So yeah, okay, perfect. Don't worry about that. So aptitude in sapling program, we cover aptitude also, right? In Pioneer, we don't teach you aptitude and logical reasoning per se. We will give you practice material to practice aptitude parallelly with the program. Okay, because in Pioneer it's 6 months and there's a lot to cover, right? So we have to stay focused on the coding skills element. In sapling, we buy some more time for ourselves and we make sure that we are covering all these things as well, all those aspects as well, right? Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, good, great, superb, amazing. Okay, join the Discord link if you have any doubts, guys. Ask your doubts on Discord community. We'll be more than happy to answer them. Good to know that this. Uh, do you plan to increase the fee of the program, Aman? This is a good question. We have been planning to do that because it is slightly difficult to manage all the expenses coming out of running the entire program, right? Because there is a lot, and I'll give it to you very candidly, like, right? So all these one-on-one mentorship sessions, mock interviews which happen, all the mentors are paid for that. All the instructors are paid heavily for the classes and lectures which they take, right? There is a dedicated placement team which we have to run, right? We have to run them throughout. So that is also there, and that team is only growing with time as students are increasing, right? There are a ton of small soft skill sessions which happen. There are so many mock HR interviews which happen, and there are so many elements, right? Your college took 4 years of fees to not deliver so much, right? We are asking you for much lesser. So we have been thinking about it, but then we want to make sure that students don't face a lot of discomfort also. But it might happen sometime in the future for sure, right? Okay. Can I code in my i3 laptop? Yeah, you can. Most of your work will be on the AccioJob platform, right? You will be using the browser, the AccioJob learning platform, where you will be spending most of your time. Okay. Perfect. Soheb is asking, I'm from commerce background. After completion job, I will, but abroad companies will ask. Yeah, abroad is later. First, you will work in the industry for a year also. Then you have experience of the IT sector, right? Then everyone will be talking to you and speaking to you about your IT experience first. Okay. Yeah. Done. Perfect. Superb. Okay, Discord link is there. Age limit कुछ नहीं है यार. Job guarantee is valid for 2019 to 23 batch students, more or less, right? For everyone else, it is not. Right. Apart from that, everyone is more than happy to have everyone come in and learn. Our forte is upskilling. Our forte is teaching you and training you in the best possible manner so that you become placement ready. After that, getting you placed is easier, because companies have huge demand, right? If they are getting a skilled developer, they will be more than happy to hire you, right? So getting you to that skilled developer level is the biggest challenge, and that is where we need your help and your hard work, and we of course will deliver each and every aspect and element which we have just shared with you. Okay, Will you give degree after main course? Yeah, we will not be able to give degrees, Shubham, right? We will give you a certification, right? And there are a couple of government partnerships which we have been working on. So they are planning to certify and accredit our program also. So it will be a proper government certified government body. I'll not take the name right now, but once it is accredited, probably I'll tell you guys, right? That it will be a proper certification because they have seen our curriculum, they have seen our placements, they have seen the outcomes which we have provided, and that is why they are accrediting the program so that more students can trust this curriculum, right? Perfect. Live classes, boss. Suryakant, I'm sitting right in front of you. Everything will be live, boss. All live sessions are recorded and later shared with the students. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. I think Tushar has been waiting to start with the program. What do you think about the recession, right? So, this a lot of students ask me these days about the recession and stuff like that, right? So, to be very honest, I tell them two things. One, I don't know. I'm not a macroeconomist, and I don't know when recession will come, and neither does anyone else who is talking about it, right? I think probably RBI Governor or Raghuram Rajan will be able to give some idea. But Nifty and our markets are at an all-time high right now, right? India's GDP is growing fairly fast. The number of job openings which we are seeing right now in terms of companies coming in are at an all-time high, right? So the second thing I tell students is that even if you know that there is a recession coming, what will you do? You will not just sit back at your home that okay, recession, I can't do much, right? You will. What happens in a recession, right? The number of job opportunities will slightly shrink, right? So the people who are more skilled will still have jobs, and people who are borderline earlier on, let's say if top 10% were getting jobs easily, in a recession maybe top 9% will get jobs easily. So your job, if a recession is coming also, your job should be to work on upskilling yourself even more, because skills is the only thing which will make you a dependable hire for any company, and that will make sure that you will never get fired, you will never lose your job. If you are dependable hire who gets work done, who has the relevant skills, no company will lose you. Recession, no recession, doesn't matter. Plus, I am personally very, very bullish on the future of software development, right? The number of jobs which are getting created are huge, right? The amount is huge. I don't think there will be a major shrink there. And if there is a shrink, this will still be the most attractive field for students to come into, right? So yeah, whenever companies lay off, you will see that first the sales people are laid off and operations people are laid off and talent acquisition teams are laid off. And then tech team is the most prized resource, right? No one lays them off so easily. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All the best, guys. Then I think I can hand it over to Tushar then, right? Tushar can take it up further and get you guys started with the 10 days of free live classes, right? 10 days of learning. And just make sure that at least these 10 days of free live classes, you are super disciplined. You are putting in 9-10 hours of effort every day. You are attending classes. You are doing the assignments, right? And if you are able to do all of it for 10 days and clear the coding test and interview easily, then automatically you will come to know that, okay, I can cope up with the Pioneer pace and I think Pioneer would be a good fit for me. And if you are struggling, you automatically come to know that, okay, maybe Sapling program is a better fit for me right now. Okay. So at least these next 10 days, give it your best shot, stay consistent, show your discipline. This selection process for Pioneer is just to check dedication. Can you put 9 hours a day or not, to be very honest, right? If you can put 9 hours a day, I can put you in Pioneer program and you can learn faster also. But if not, it is okay. You can learn with the Sapling program, go slow and steady, work on your fundamentals and take it up further from there. That is also completely fine. Okay. Perfect, guys. Okay. Thank you so much. And please highlight again on class timings. Yeah, class timings, Jitesh, are 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night, right? In the main batch and in pre-course also, right? On weekends, Monday to Friday, weekdays, Monday to Friday. On weekends, typically, we will have either soft skill sessions or Saturdays coding contests and Sundays discussion of those coding contests. Okay. Is it helpful for someone who is looking for DSA? Absolutely, Rohan. We cover entire DSA right from scratch to the very advanced level, right? On our website, just go there and download the detailed curriculum. The entire modules and the structure has been created in a manner that we can personalize the course for every student. right? We can change the journey according to that student's preference and that student's interest and what is the strength of that student, most importantly, right? If you're doing amazing at DSA, I would want you to complete advanced DSA and get you placed in a FANG company maybe, right? But if you're struggling with DSA, maybe I would want you to focus more on web development modules, build amazing projects, and look to get placed in companies which are hiring based on web development skills even more. Okay, perfect. So yeah, DSA is a very integral part. Absolutely. Yes, you get a small dinner break in between, Satish. Don't worry. Right? Okay, perfect. I am looking for only for DSA since I am already a Monstack developer. That's perfectly fine, Rohan. You can start with the DSA modules, learn the DSA modules thoroughly in depth. Parallelly, keep giving mock interviews on Monstack or web dev if you think you are already good with it. And then sit for placements. Yeah, I think why not? For you, ideal for you. Yes, Kushagra, we will teach you about communication skills, how to clear aptitude. We give you practice aptitude tests also, a lot of practice aptitude material. In the sapling program, we teach you some amount of important aptitude topics also and make you practice that also, right? In Pioneer, we will give you aptitude related material for you to practice. Okay. Any registration fee for Pioneer? No, yaar, Sai Kiran. No, everything is there in front of you on the website. There is nothing hidden. Okay. Everything is transparent. I am a working professional, can't give 3 hours. Of course you can, Rohan. Come on. Come on. You got to pull up your socks, man. If you are up for it and if you are willing to give it, working professionals can give 4-5 hours easily. Don't worry. Right? We have had so many working professionals with us, right? If you're a late night person, just hang on after the lectures for a couple of more hours to practice. If you're an early morning person, maybe start your day a little early. Of course, it will be slightly hard work for a few months, but then the output is worth it, right? You want to go 2x, 3x, or like Lalit, go 5x on your salary in 10 months. Of course, you have to work harder. You cannot expect that you are going through your chill job hours normally and then suddenly 5x salary ho gayi, right? That won't happen. Okay, perfect. Chalo, ठीक है, done है. This is perfect, yaar. I think there are more questions which hopefully Krishna is saying, I think we should shut down universities and make platforms like AccioJob. I wish. Krishna, वो क्या कहते हैं, तेरे मुंह में घी शक्कर. Right, but I'm just kidding. Krishna, that will happen, right? A revolution or a change doesn't happen from the very first day, right? Slowly and steadily, you will see that programs like AccioJob will be able to tap into people right after 12th standard. We'll be able to give them elaborate 2-year, 3-year long programs also where we completely replace these colleges, right? We focus on the skills which are genuinely needed in the industry. We give them top quality education, right? Where students are actually learning focused, not degree or not exam clearing focus, right? That should be gone. And that will happen. You will see. Give me 5 years, right? So yeah, perfect. ठीक है, done है. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. And over to Tushar. If any specific question or doubt is left out, please feel free to ask it on Discord community or ask it to me on your on Discord DM also, right? You can DM me on Discord also. You can ask it on the Discord community also. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, Satish. I think you are a good fit if you already have an idea. You're working with TCS already, right? So you know that what are things you have to focus more on to make that switch happen for yourself. You can put 4-5 hours a day. You are good to go, right? Okay. Perfect. Okay, over to Tushar. Uttam, don't worry. On the ISA, we will have another session where I will explain ISA in detail. Meanwhile, on Discord, the ISA sample ISA is available. Okay, the sample money back policy, the sample ISA, everything is available on Discord. So you can check it for yourself and go through it yourself also. No worries. Like I said, it is we want transparency with you guys, right? So anything you have, feel free to be 100% transparent. Okay, got it. Done. Any other questions? I'll see you on Discord. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. We'll hand it over to Tushar now.
Thank you. Thank you, Yash. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, I think we are good to start. Let's start the session. And okay. So I could see, yes, there were a lot of interesting communications going on. Okay, so let's start with the session. Okay, super excited to start the journey with you guys. Welcome, a very warm welcome to AccioJobs. Okay, I am sure. First of all, before we really move forward, I want to appreciate you guys that yes, you guys have taken the first step. The first step that you have taken, that okay, I want to upskill myself. I want to become something better from what I am. Does not matter you're 2020 pass out, 2019 pass out, does not matter at all. I really want to appreciate all of you guys that yes, good. You have definitely taken the first step in upskilling yourself, in becoming a better person and getting good jobs. Welcome to the IT industry, a super exciting industry, right? So before we really move forward, let me talk about that. I am Tushar. Okay, I'm Tushar. I'm currently a software developer at Myntra, and I'm Tushar Garg. I'm an SD at Myntra. You can ping me for coupons, okay, during the sale times. I work in the warehouse team. Okay, I work in the warehouse, and I manage all the outflow orders. That, for example, whenever an order has been booked, how it will go in the warehouse, how it will process, and which type of packets we should use, and who will be the seller increasing the quantity and all that. Okay, so I work in the warehouse management system. So that is something I do, right? And believe me, guys, I have been in this industry for a long time, right? And I have seen the perks of this industry, and they're super, super good. Also, and I really welcome you in this industry. Okay, this is a very beautiful, growing industry. Before we really move forward, I want to understand from your perspective. Okay, what do you think that why do you really want to become a software developer? Why do you want to become? Okay, why should we become is a separate story. Why do you guys want to become a software developer? That's my first question. Yes, come on. Let's try to use the chat section as much as possible. Remote jobs. Okay, nice. Good, good. Passion. Okay, nice. Remote jobs. Okay, nice. This is very true. This is money. Money is something I'll write in capital. Money. Nice. Lot of money. Lots and lots of money. Okay. Passion. Okay, nice. That is also good. Join Google. Okay. Good career. World is want to solve problems. Interesting. Okay. Want to solve problems. Nice, nice. Okay. Want to solve problems using tech. Want to become rich. Okay. Productivity. Okay. Interesting tasks. Nice. Interesting tasks. Good mindset people. Okay. Interesting. Good career. Lot of knowledge. Knowledge. Okay. What is your idea? Okay. Why do you want to choose it? Respectable profession. Okay. Made up for it. Okay. Learning, dream in IT. Okay. A lot of opportunities. I think answer to all of this is yes. Okay. It is genuinely there, right? So all of them are something that definitely all the tech companies are providing. Okay. All the tech companies are providing. Remote job is something that is very good idea. Even for example, I can tell you my case. In Myntra, we have worked only 2 days office. Okay. So I go only 2 days office. So rest all of the days I can work from home. I can work from a different place. 5 days a week I can go here and there also. And that's 2 days also I can take a leave and probably go somewhere else. Saturday, Sunday, I always have off. I don't need to work Saturday, Sunday, never. Right. The work timings are very flexible. Lot of advantages, right? Money is something that I can just tell you, there's a lot of money in this industry. Definitely a rough idea you can think of, almost everybody can double the salary in 2 years. Every 2 years the salary will double. Okay, every 2 years the salary will double, and that is for sure, matlab 110%. And this hike is not there in any industry, believe me on that. Okay, for example, if you start with 20 LPA, right, 20 LPA, and you are currently 23. Okay, and this is something that you'll get in hand, right? 20 LPA. And okay, so the next, you become 25, here is 40. You become 27, and there is 80. You can even earn 1.5 CR also at the age of 30. And I'm not kidding on this. I'm genuinely not kidding on this, right? this much money is there in the industry, okay, and people have been getting this, and this is also their industry, right? So there are truly big packages that you can grab. Passion is also something very interesting. Passion is a very interesting thing, and this can genuinely help you solve big problems, okay, genuinely help you solve big problems and interesting problems, right? Every day the task is new. Every day you have to solve something challenging, something impactful, and that is very good. For example, I can give you example. For example, if you go in a bank, right? So in bank, what will happen? And suppose there is that person who is sitting on the other side of counter. What he has to do every day? People are coming, okay, and sir, checkbook kar do, sir, and ye kar do, wo kar do. All these things are there, right? Every day they have to print the passbooks. किसी की FD करवानी है, हाँ ठीक है, loan pass करवाना है. That's a monotonous task, right? Every day. Think of it that, okay, 40 years of life, you will be doing all this thing until your retirement. From 20 to 60, you will be doing all that, okay, checkbook issue kar do, account khol do. This is not the life, right? Every day you're doing the same tasks. But software industry is very dynamic, okay? It's very dynamic, and it's a very interesting tasks day by day. That is something that you can always get, which is super exciting, right? Solve problems, passion, everything. Any other idea? Even there are a lot of opportunities. It's a very growing market. A lot of opportunities are there. You can open your startups. You can open tomorrow that, okay, I want to solve another problem. You can start something big. That is all possible, right? SaaS solutions are there. A lot of things. A lot of opportunities, right? Okay. So I very strongly believe in this industry. Okay. I think somebody can hack the password of Google. Hack the password, right? Okay. So you want to open your friend's Instagram account, huh? Nice, nice. One of the friends. Okay. Right. So honestly, the industry is not very stressful. No. Okay. Industry is light. Something around 5 to 6 hours is something that I have to work. Okay. 6 hours is something that you can catch, 6 to 7 hours maybe on a day-to-day basis, Monday to Friday. A light industry, definitely. Okay. And make sure that we go in the product-based companies, right? Not the service-based companies, right? 5 to 6 hours, Monday to Friday. But to get here, okay, we have to put a lot of effort, because see, the competition is very extremely fast, right? The competition is a very extreme, and a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are fighting to get this job. So in order to get these jobs, we have to become the best, right? And it's good that you have taken the first step, that yes, I'll become a software developer. I will go and explore the different options that I have. I will take the right decision and become a software developer, right? Right. That is the idea. Yes. Okay. So now, right. There is one thing, a promise that I want to take. Okay. So there is a promise that I want to take from you guys, and I will give you a promise too, right? So my promise is, okay, my promise is that if you dedicate the amount, if you come to the classes regularly, number one, right? If you come to the classes regularly, that is the first thing. The second thing is you come to classes regularly, you solve problems, and you're consistent. These are the conditions, and you're consistent. My promise is that I will make sure that you guys, all of you guys, definitely go into the top tech companies. That's my promise. But this is my promise that I'll be able to help you. I'll be able to guide you to the fullest in all of the interesting, amazing world of this software development. Okay. But what I want your promise. Okay. I want a promise from your side also, that yes, you will attend the classes regularly. You will solve the problems, and you'll be consistent. Are you guys, how many of you guys are ready to give me a promise that, okay, yes, Tushar, from tomorrow, from today itself, from now, at this point of time, we will work hard. We'll be very dedicated in the classes. For the people who don't want, they can drop off, right? But I want only very strong, consistent people who are there with me for the next 10 days, who are there throughout the pre-course. You just try it once. There will be a lot of times, okay, when you will not be able to understand some things. It will be there in your head. Slowly and steadily, it will start becoming like an interesting game. Okay. Slowly and steadily, it will start becoming like an interesting game. But the most important point is that you have to be consistent day in, day out. Okay. This will start becoming like a super game, an addiction, I will say. Okay. And I want a promise. Okay. I want a promise to me. I want you to give a promise to yourself that, okay, I promise myself. For example, one of the Govind. So Govind promises himself that, okay, I will be regular in classes. I will solve problems. I'll be consistent. And next 6 months, I'm going to change my life for something very better. I want all 420 people here to make a promise that, yes, this is something I am going to do. Then we can start with this. Okay. You attend 2-day classes and then you don't come. There is no point. Genuinely no point. I'm telling you this. Right. Don't think of it कि हाँ कोशिश कर लेते हैं. ऐसे कोशिश से नहीं होगा यार. Come on, understand this. कोशिश से नहीं होगा. करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Promise, lot of promises. I think 100 of people have done that promise. Okay. I believe you will be there with the promise. That is the only requirement. ठीक है? Complete a promise to yourself कि हाँ भाई next 6 months मैं ये करूँगा and I want to rock. 6 months, I give you this promise that, okay, all of these things that you could see the benefits, I think you have already seen, right? And they're super lucrative benefits. I am an example of that, right? So, okay, so and there are a lot of software developers, right? Somebody you might have seen that, okay, he's that software developer at Microsoft, he's that at Amazon, lot of people, right? Very big industry. All of you can come in. And believe me, it does not matter from where you are, whether a 2019 BCA, a civil engineer, dropout, does not matter, right? 6 months in the right direction can change your life, right? Okay. I have an interesting thing to share. Do you understand the concept of vectors? What is the vectors? What are vectors actually? Do you understand the concept of vectors? क्या होते हैं vectors? What are vectors? What are vectors? Physics people, some people might seen. Okay, so vectors are mostly straight lines. Okay, vectors are mostly straight lines. Vectors have two components. Okay, the first component in vector is the magnitude. Okay, that what is the amount of effort that you are putting. Okay, magnitude. And the second important thing is that is the direction. These are the two components of any vector. Okay. I think this is something that you denote a vector, right? This is how you denote a vectors. So these are vectors. Okay. These are simple vectors, right? Vectors have both magnitude and direction. And believe me, both of them are having equal weightage. Magnitude is also of equal weightage. Direction is also of equal weightage. Now, in order for you to succeed, right? You might have seen a lot of YouTube videos that, okay, how to get smart, how do smart people work and all that stuff. The direction is very important. Okay. So in order, if I talk about that success that you want to achieve, the success that you really want to achieve, that is a dream SD jobs. Okay. Dream SD jobs, whatever the SD jobs that you're thinking of, aim big, right? I want to achieve 10 lakhs. Okay. What is your dream that you want to get as a fresher? That this is the salary I want to get as a fresher. It could be 10, it could be 50, it could be 50 also. It could be anything. What is your dream that, okay, what is the amount that I want to get as a, what is your dream as 8 to 10? Okay. Others, what is the dream? क्या करना है? 12, 15. Okay. 12, 41 LPO wise. 12, 8 to 10, 1 CR. Okay. 20, 24. Okay. Right. 10, 12. Okay. So I'll assume just it is around 10 to 15. Okay. I'll just keep an average. At least 2 CR. Oh my God. 12 CR. Okay. ठीक है, जितना मिल जाए कम है भैया. ठीक है, पेट भर जाए बस. Okay, interesting. So I'll just assume it 10 to 15 LPA. Right, this is an average that I'm taking out a lot of students, and this is very not difficult. This is achievable, genuinely achievable. Right, this is genuinely achievable. Right. Okay. Right. So success is the final destination. Right. It has two components. The first component is something the magnitude we discussed. This is something that you will put in, right? This is something that student will put in. You, okay. So you have to put this magnitude that, okay, this is the magnitude that I'll be putting, right? And this is the direction. Direction is something that we will give you. Okay. Direction is something that is my responsibility, and or AccioJob's responsibility, that all in all, end to end, we will be handling this system together, okay, and we'll be going together, working together. There will be a lot of there are a lot of super instructors, okay, there are a chain of instructors that are there that are completely focused, helping you in plan all of these things. So I want that direction is something that I will take care of. Magnitude is something that you want. Both of them, I promise that I will do my responsibility very well. I want a promise from your side also that yes, you will also do this responsibility very well. Okay. So we've taken a promise with ourselves and we both will work together and we'll make sure that we get this success. Okay. Consistent, regular in classes, that's the most important thing. Okay. For the next 10 days specifically, even if you are liking it, you're not understanding it, try it for 10 days, right? It is something similar to a gym. Okay. The first day you go with very motivation. Okay. Probably you get tired after some time, you come back, and second day you don't go. That is not how you become that muscle body, right? Okay. So simply you need to be consistent, right? You need to be consistent for that consistent 10 days, at least to get that feel. And then once you start going it for 10 days, it will become a routine. Okay. It will become a routine. Okay. Sounds good. Let's start with the session. Okay. Enough of Gyan is there. And let's start with the session. Okay. Right. Okay. So what is that we can start with? Let's start with something interesting. Allow me to introduce you. I will be there. I will be teaching this pre-course very slowly and gradually. Okay. I have taught around 1,000+ people. Okay. In AccioJobs. Okay. I have taken a lot of batches. Okay. 1,000+ people is something that I have taught, taken a lot of batches. 9 was there, 12 was there, 18 and 23, and a lot of batches I've taken here at AccioJob. So believe me, right? So you can trust on me that, okay, Tushar will teach us well, right? But at the same time, trust yourself that, okay, I will also do very well, and I will, and we together will excel, right? Okay. So let's talk about the first concept. The first concept that we have is, we have something. Why is computer needed, right? Why do we really need computer? We have a calculator also. The task of the calculator is to perform functions. Calculator, right? The task of the calculator is to simply perform functions, right? 3 + 2, it will give you 7, 97 into anything. It can give you quick answers. What are the advantages of a computer over a calculator? What do you think? What are the advantages of a computer over a calculator? Why do you think the computer is advantageous over a calculator? What are the reasons that you think? Let's, this is versus this. Okay. The advantages of the calculator over the computer. Let's write down the advantages. So what are the advantages of a computer? Kya advantages hai computer ke? Right. Let's see what are the advantages. Store data, very beautiful, nice. Okay, so it can store data, correct? I'll just write it. So it can simply store data. Storage of data, right? Very beautiful. It can save information, right? It can basically save information. Yes, that I can save this information. That is the first part. Interesting. What is the second advantage? The second advantage is very fast. Okay, so very fast calculations. Yes, this is the very fast calculation, the second advantage. Very fast calculations. What else? बहुत तेज calculation करता है, nice. Accuracy, we can use Google, help to access the internet. Okay. Using internet, okay. Perform the task, data processing, coding, accuracy, connection faster, executes process, less time to do work, okay. Takes our commands, executes them. Save time, make our own functions. Fast, okay, very fast calculations, and what else? Executes programs, multiple operations, right? Very beautiful thing. Multitasking also, right? That it can perform multitasking. That yes, it can perform a lot of different tasks at the same time. For example, in my computer, this internet browser is also working. This Google Chrome is working. The Zoom application is working. I might be running some background scripts on my computer that might also be running. Okay. And high storage capacity, lot of things, right? So basically organized data, right? The one advantage that is coming to my mind is computer can also help control other machines. Okay. Anything, computer can also control other machines. That is also an advantage. For example, I will explain this. Control other machines. What do I mean by this? I mean by this is that, for example, think of it in a very large industry. Okay, so think of it like a very large industry. For example, anything that is making some company that is making Lays. Okay, so in a Lays manufacturing company, there are a lot of machines. Okay, big machines are there. Lot of machines are there. Somebody's doing packaging, somebody's creating, somebody's adding salts and all that stuff. Okay, so packaging is the okay. Lot of things that is something they're done, right? Reduce waste. Okay, automation. So it is the computer only that is controlling this all big machines, right? It is this computer that can control the other machines. Other machines, they might be so large, does not matter, but only computers can help you control those machines, can help you manipulate those machines, right? That they will be learning, they will be understanding, that you can send commands that, okay, start, build, add 1,000 Lays, make 1,000 Lays packets, okay? Something like this. So it could be any machine. So these are the advantages mostly. There are a lot of other advantages that also that I think you guys have shared, but yeah, mostly I could club them into these 4 categories. Now, the second thing is, what are the disadvantages of the computers? Disadvantage क्या है? क्या दिक्कत है इसमें? If so many advantages, it has some disadvantages too, right? What are they? What are the disadvantages that are coming to your mind in the computer? क्या दिक्कत है computer में? Dumb, expensive. Okay. Probably yes. Right. So distraction of focus, screen time. Okay. Right. Okay. Hanging problem. Okay. Yeah. So I think the major disadvantage that a lot of you guys, almost everybody has shared, that is, it is a dumb machine, right? Computer is a dumb machine, does not know anything, or cannot do anything on its own. Okay, that is the biggest disadvantage of the computer. Okay, so since it cannot do anything, okay, on its own, you have to teach computer. Okay, so you have to teach computer that, okay, you are now an instructor in itself. Okay, so I am teaching you guys are teaching computer that, okay, computer, this is how you need to perform. Okay, so you yourself are an instructor, you yourself are a teacher to the computer, that yes, computer, do this. So we need to teach computers. We are informing the computers, ठीक है, teaching computers कि भाई computer ऐसे काम करना है. Okay, this is how you do. And computer is a simple, very obedient, very intelligent student. You tell him once, he will remember it, and then you can ask him to do the task anytime. Okay, so these are the advantages of any computer. These are the advantages. So in order of a lot of these advantages, in order to get a lot of these advantages, only disadvantage that we have to solve is, it's a dumb machine, right? So we need to somehow make this machine intelligent, right? Make this machine intelligent. So now, how we will teach computer? Okay, have you seen computers talking? Hi Tushar, how are you? Okay, hi Yash. So no, computers don't talk, right? And they don't attend regular schools. No. So we are so we teach computers. Okay, we teach computers using something called as programming. Okay, so we teach computers with the help of something called as programming. So programming is a way in which you can teach the computer that, computer, this is how the tasks will be done. Okay, computer has a language. Okay, computer does not understand Hindi, English. Okay, computer has a language, and programming is a way in which we can communicate to the computer that, yes, computer, this is the things that you need to learn, and this is what programming is. Okay, programming is basically simply teaching the computer. Okay, right. Now, programming is of 2 types. Okay, in order to tell computer, okay, we need to do 2 things, right? One of the things is solving a problem, right? One of the things is solving a problem. That's the first thing. Okay, how do I really solve a problem? For example, I'll give you an example. Okay, first of all, so tomorrow, your mom tells you, okay, that make tea for me. Right. So this is the task that we need to perform. So you have a task at hand. So the task is make tea. Right, make tea. So what is the first step in making a tea? Okay, what's the first step in making tea? First of all, in order to achieve the making of a tea, I will have to figure out the process how to make a tea. That's the first step, right? I will have to figure out the process how to make a tea. For example, I want to achieve a task that is make a tea. Simple. Right? Chai banani hai mujhe. Right? And what is the first step? The first step is that I want to solve the problem, right? I want to find the solution, right? That is the first step. I don't know how to make a tea. So I will have to find out that, okay, Tushar, how can you actually make a tea? So first you need to find the solution. You can ask mom, you can ask a friend, or you can Google it on the, you can Google it or search it on YouTube. Recipe has to be made, right? So make a recipe. So find the solution. Okay. Find the solution. In the process of finding the solution in computer language is called as an algorithm. Okay. So what's an algorithm? When you're finding any solution, okay, when you're finding any solution, that is called an algorithm. We will dig deep into this also. Okay. What is the second part of programming? Programming has two parts. The first part of the programming is finding the solution, that, okay, this is how the solution is, right? This is how the solution will be, right? The second will be teaching our friend computer the solution. The second part will be teaching computer the solution, right? That, okay, I'm teaching you computer, listen carefully, and this is how to make a tea, and now from now onwards you will make a tea, right? So teaching computer is the second part. Okay, this will be done with the help of languages. Okay, we'll be covering Java, Python, C++, all these. We'll talk about these languages, but we need to so two parts to programming. The first part is always figuring out a solution. Okay, and the process of figuring out any solution is called as algorithm. Okay, the second part is teaching the computer how to make a tea. That is the second part, right? I need to teach computer that, okay, computer, this is how you make a tea. Okay. Now let me jump to the first part. What is an algorithm? Algorithm is a series of steps. Okay. What is an algorithm? It is a series of steps. Don't worry, you don't need to make probably a lot of notes. You can make short notes, because I will be sharing this complete notepad along with you at the end. Okay. So it is a series of steps that you need to follow, in order to achieve any task, right? That you need to follow. What are the series of steps that you need to follow to achieve any task, to achieve anything? Okay. How do you make iced teas? What are the first step? Let's write the algorithm. But very important thing in algorithm is steps. Okay, the series of steps. It's not like do this first, do that first. No, right? The steps are very important. Okay, what will be the first step? Achieve any problem, achieve the solution. So that is the first step, right? So that is what algorithms are. So it are a series of steps, okay, that you need to form, okay, that you need to write, so that you can achieve any particular solution. That is the idea. Step-by-step solution to solve a problem is called as an algorithm. That is a simple definition of an algorithm. For example, I want to make a tea, right? Once I want to make a tea. So what are the steps I need to make a tea? What is the first step? Yes, tell me. What are the steps? How do you make a tea? Write the steps in a structured manner. Okay. Don't write it. Okay. First of all, add things, right? And then last switch on the gas. No, right? The gas has to be switched on at the first. Switch on gas. Now, add water to a pan. That's the first step. Come on, let's participate. Add water in the pan. Add water in pan and boil it. Okay. Handy ingredients. Oh my God. Add sugar. Okay. Add sugar, add tea. That's the first step, right? Add sugar. Add tea /sugar, anything like that. Tea plus sugar. Tea, by tea I mean tea leaves or something. Tea leaves or tea powder, whatever you think like, plus sugar. Okay. Okay. Some people think elaichi, lasan, flavor, milk, a lot of things. Okay. Let it boil for some time. Okay. Let it boil for some time. Let it boil for some time. Boil for some time. And then at the last, you need to, that's a step 4. And then in the last, you need to add milk for some time. And then at the last, you can simply add milk. And you can wait for some 2 minutes, and then I think the tea is ready. Chai. Okay. Then cup. Okay. Simply the chai is ready. This is a beautiful cup. This is a cup. Okay. The tea is ready. Okay. Right. Sit back and relax. Okay. Now, what I want to I want to show you this, that in anything that you do, the steps are very important, right? The steps that you see. Okay. So somebody saying we'll bring biscuits and have a tea session. Definitely. Okay. And okay. Right. So now, so what is a very important thing? The very important thing is that the series of steps should be very important. It's not like, okay, that you do this steps 2, 3, 4, and then at the last you do the step 1. That's not the case, right? You cannot shift this step 1, switch on the guys at the last. You cannot jumble these steps. The steps are designed, are planned in the exact order, and they will be happening in the same order, right? Wash bartan, okay. That is the last step also, okay. I always love creative answers, okay, and you are always feel free to share the creative answers. Something good, okay, so we'll wash bartan at the end. That is also the part of the plan. Bartan means utensils, okay. We need to wash the utensils also at the end. Oh, I forgot drinking it, okay. Right. Turn off the gas, guys. Interesting. We need to turn off the gas too. Turn off gas, filter it, okay. So turn off the gas is also there. And simply filter it also, dispose of the cup, a lot of things, right? So you could see even the making of a tea is so much a complex algorithm in itself. It has a lot of complications. Have some biscuits, okay. Make sure to add only. So if any of the steps you jumble this, okay, the algorithm will not give you the correct, right? The algorithm will not give you the correct answer. Okay, so the tea has been made. We are all ready with the tea, and let's do the chai pe charcha. Okay, then do some chai pe charcha. So now this is the chai pe charcha we're going to do here. Since the tea is ready. So my next question is, do you guys want me to give you a small introduction on different things, on especially the technical things, or do you guys want me to keep it light for today, and then I think just talk about what are data structures, what are the different things, what will be the journey, what is that you guys things that you guys are feeling like journey, tea engineers, tech, okay, interesting. Okay, so I think we can have a small round of idea. Okay. Right. TWT. see how much intelligent people. So it's saying TWT, T with Tushar. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, so this is the plan. This is the plan of the session. T with TWT is the slogan. Okay, you guys are soon become BTech Chai Wala, and MBA Chai Wala from a reference you gotta take, and you can become BTech Chai Wala. Right. So this is the plan. Gonna make a lot of money, and yeah. So let's start the actual thing also. Okay. Otherwise, at the end, Yash sir will say me that okay, Tushar, you did not cover anything. Okay. Full stack chai wala. Okay. So let's Now I want you to understand the vision that we are having. Let us understand what is a DSA. Everybody talks about that. Okay, what is a DSA? Data structure. क्या होता है DSA? क्या ही होता है DSA? Why are companies asking this DSA? Okay, why should we learn this? Why it is important? Yes, what is DSA? Your thoughts on this? What is a DSA? क्या होता है DSA? DSA is of two parts, right? DSA is of two parts. It stands for data structures. The first part is the data structures. The second part is the algorithms. So DS is basically of two components. The first component is the data structures and the second component is algorithms. So algorithms is something that we have seen, right? Algorithms is something that we have seen. I think you guys are convinced with this type of charcha that algorithms are something that, what are algorithms you have seen, right? Now, what is a data structure? That's the second question. A data structure is nothing but different types of structures to form data, to store the data, right? So there are different formats. Okay, there are different formats in which you can store the data, right? That is, for example, Google is generating every second millions of data, right? Millions of data points is something that is being generated by Google every second. So that is something that we need to store that data, right? So data, when it is generated at a very large level, okay, Google, Amazon, Facebook, all of these companies are generating immense amount of data every single minute. Okay, so now the data has to be processed somehow. Okay, all of that data has to be processed. First of all, it has to be stored, right? It has to be stored in somewhere, right? It has to be stored somewhere. The second thing, why are we storing it? We are storing it so that we can fetch it later, right? We are not here to store it only, right? We are storing it so that we can fetch it later. We can fetch it later. That is the goal, right? We are storing this data so that we can fetch it later. Now, there are different ways in which we could have stored this data, right? We will see how to store this data. Fetch means get the data, right? We can get the data, right? We can get it later. So we are just storing it. Now, there are different ways in which you can store this data, right? There are different ways, and all the different ways in which you can store this data are called data structures, right? So different ways to store and get this data, to have this process, okay, to manipulate this process, we use different data structures. Okay, different data structures. I will give you an example. Okay, I will give you an example. For example, I want to find out, okay, I just simply go on Amazon. Okay, I go on Amazon and I just simply search anything, maybe let me search as mobiles. Okay, so when I search these mobiles, there are a lot of mobiles that have come. Okay, so when from the data, where the data has been stored, they have done something and they brought this data and it is presented here. Very nice, very beautifully, and I could see a lot of phones. Okay, I can choose, I can filter, a lot of things can be done, right? So now how would they have been stored in the data? The data would have been stored something in the form of a list. Okay, the data would have been stored in a list of items. Do you agree with me that yes, whatever the data that they are storing here, okay, when they came back, okay, that data is coming in the form of a list of items, right? So list is technically one data structure. Okay, list is one data structure type. Okay, right? This is a data structure. So similar to this, we have a lot of data structures, and based on different requirements, right? Based on different requirements, we use these different data structures, right? We are using this different data structure because they are of different requirement, right? For example, I'll give you another example. So we are clear with the list, right? And now the next example that I'm having in my mind is, think I am in Delhi. Well, I am in Bangalore. Okay. So this is in Bangalore. I want to go to, this is Delhi. Okay, Delhi. And this is Chennai. And this is maybe Kolkata. Kolkata. So now try to think of it in this way. I need to find out what is the shortest way in which I can go from Bangalore to Delhi. I want to reach, this is my starting point. Okay. I want to start from there. And this is where I want to end, right? This is the end. But there are a lot of different places. There are a lot of different ways in which I can go, right? In which I can go. That is maybe Mumbai, right? Probably I could have taken a direct flight also, right? I could have taken a direct flight. I could have gone through this Delhi and then via Kolkata. That might be cost optimized way. I could have chosen from Chennai and then to Kolkata. I could have chosen from Mumbai to this and then to something, all this information, right? So there are a lot of ways in which you can reach, okay, which you can reach and from the Bangalore, that is the starting location, to the ending location, that is Kolkata. There are a lot of different ways. Now, do you think that this type of information, okay, this Delhi, Bombay, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, these type of information, can you store it in a linked list? Are you thinking of it? Sorry, can you store it in a simple list? Do you guys think this? Yes, no? आप इसको list में store कर सकते हो? Will that make sense? No, right? What will you do that Delhi is there? Okay, Delhi is there, and then you have Kolkata. What will you do of that information? Then you have Mumbai, then you have Bangalore, then you have Chennai. This type of information is not to be stored. Okay, this type of information cannot be stored in a normal, right? This type of information, what will you do storing in a linked list? In a normal list, right? So there is no point, right? So for this type of information, okay, so now think of it like the airline companies. All the airline companies are having a lot of data points on the map, right? All the airline companies are having a lot of data points, and based on that, they are doing the pricing dynamic, okay? The dynamic pricing that they're doing. Dynamic pricing that, okay, the flight rate will change. What is the most optimal way in which you can reach shortest distance, cheapest way? A lot of these information. So this type of data structure in which you can store this type of information is called a graph, right? So this is called a graph. We will talk about all these data structures. They're super beautiful data structures. You might have heard somewhere here and there, okay, that learn about graphs, very important data structure, linked list, array, a lot of these things, but all of them are data structures only. And each of the data structures are having their own advantages and own disadvantages, right? So that is something all DSA is about. Okay, that is something all DSA is about. That yes, I have to know about different data structures and know about different algorithms, right? Right. Okay. Now everybody is with me at this point of time. Strong yes, partial yes, no. Yes, come on. We are all together, right? Yes, 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 no, no, yes, 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 yes. Okay, lot of yeses. Okay, sounds good. Okay, slowly and gradually you will learn a lot of these things, and they're super beautiful. Okay, so let's start with things. Okay, if we store it in a list, we will not be able to get information very quickly, right? If we are storing it in a list form, for example, it is stored in a list, then how will you figure out that, okay, from Delhi to Mumbai and then from Bangalore, this is not a very good data structure, right? How will you get the information, right? So you will not be able to get the information that, okay, from Delhi to Kolkata, what is the shortest way? What is the path that I can follow? What is the path, or what is the cost? What are the different ways, right? What is the cost? What are the different ways in which I can go from Bangalore to Delhi, right? From Delhi to Kolkata, sorry, different ways. So all that information, how we will get it? Can we get it in form of a linked list? No, right? Yes, Ashutosh, something particular? So yeah. So this is why different data structures are there, okay, that for you to get the information easily, right? We want that information to be fetched in a most easy, convenient manner, right? We don't want all the information to come to us, right? We want it to be there in a most structured manner, in a convenient manner. And that is why we're using different data structures. So this is the idea of data structures, and algorithm is something that we've already seen, okay? Algorithms are different that you can perform on this data, operations or logics, step of logics that we need to build, okay? So this is what algorithms are, okay? Right. Now, let me come back to my previous example that I was talking about, right? This is how we made a team, right? Now, coming back to the second example of programming, the second example of programming is teaching the computer. Okay. The second part of the programming is teaching the computer that, okay, this is how computer, you should learn this, right? So we should teach this computer, right? We should teach this computer, right? Teach this computer, right? That, okay. So we need to teach this computer in some language, right? So we need to teach this computer in some language, right? That yes, ये वाली language में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे कंप्यूटर जी, ठीक है कंप्यूटर जी. Now, so there are different ways. Do you think computer understands Hindi? No, right? So computer does not understand Hindi. Computer understands Hindi, English? No. Computer understands Punjabi? Computer understands Telugu? No, right? All these languages are something computer does not understand, right? Simple. So since computer is not understanding these languages, okay, so computer is understanding, okay, so we are using computer's languages, like we are using computer's languages that, okay, computer, dear computer, you can understand maybe Java, computer understands Java, computer understands Python, and computer understands maybe Ruby, okay, C++, C++, right? Something like. So these are the languages which computer understands, right? Internally, if you ask me very honestly, computer understands only 0 and 1. Okay. Computer understands only 0 and 1. So even these languages, okay, these languages are converting their code into 0 and 1 so that our friend computer can understand. Okay. So even these, so this is called the binary. Okay, this is the binary language. It understands only two things. Either it understands 0 or it understands 1. See, so easy life for him, right? Either he has to understand 0 or information will be 1, right? Okay. So so this is something computer does not understand, this Hindi, Punjabi, English. Okay, so this is something we have discarded. So we need to learn any of these languages so that these languages themselves convert into 0 or 1. Okay, they are called as high level languages. Why are we learning these languages? We are learning these languages, okay, so that the computer can understand this. Okay, so we are teaching computer that, okay, dear computer, this is how you need to perform it. Okay, so these are the high level languages that computer can also understand and you can also understand. They are converting themselves into binary languages or the low level languages. Okay, we'll go deep into this, how the process is there. Okay, so yes, so they are going themselves into low level languages, and then these low level languages is what computer is understanding. So this is computer is understanding 0, 1. The high level languages are understand by the user. Okay, so this is what user is understanding. This is what user is there. User is learning this Java. I mean, you, me are learning Java, Python, C++, and we are doing this low level language, which computer can also understand, right? Okay, let's go into this. Okay, let's go into this now. Why we are choosing Java? Okay, we will be covering the course in Java throughout. Okay, it will be Java course for the DSA. Okay, for the DSA perspective, data structures, that's the first part of this. We'll be using Java. Okay, but yes, you at a later stage in the front end, you will be taught about other tech stack also, right? So in the front end, you will be taught about other things, whatever the HTML is there, CSS is there. So technically, you'll be learning a lot of languages, But for the DSA perspective, okay, for the DSA perspective, for the data structures and algorithms perspective, we will be learning a language Java only, right? Java is that language which we will be learning. Okay, Java is a language which we will be learning for the DSA, right? That is the idea. Okay, Java is something that we'll be learning. We will learn this Java. Okay, we will learn this Java. Right. Okay. So why Java? We will learn Java. Okay, throughout the code. Why Java? That's the first question. Good question. Why Java? I have 3 answers for this. Okay. The first reason is why we're learning Java. It is very industry favorite. Okay. Industry favorite language is Java. Even I can tell you my company's code, complete company's code, Myntra's code. I think 95% of the code, 95% of the code that is written in Myntra, it is written in Java language only, right? For the software, okay, for building the softwares, Java is the best language. It is secure. Okay, it is very secure. It is so secure that even banks use the language Java. Okay, all the bank codes, I think you might have gone through Yono SBI or HDFC is there. So industry's favorite language is Java. It is easy. Okay, it's not very hard, honestly. Okay. Second thing is a lot of job opportunities are there in Java. A lot of job opportunities. Because industries, it's industry favorite, right? It is industry favorite language. And since it is industry favorite, so almost everybody wants to use this, right? And since there are a lot of people using this, so the demand for this Java is very high. Okay. A lot of job opportunities. Okay. A lot of job opportunities. They want Java developers. They are ready to pay Java developers because Java developers are very favorite kind of people. Okay. And the third thing is a lot of money is always a factor. Okay. And it is, it also helps, it also forms the base. Okay. It also forms the base to learn other languages faster. Right. So if you have learned Java, tomorrow at a later stage, if your company is using some random language, that could be Golang. But if you have learned Java earlier, you can learn any language very easily. Okay. It forms a base to learn the other languages easily. That you want to learn the other languages, you can learn very easily languages if you know Java. Right. So it is industry favorite. Okay. There are a lot of job opportunities. And it definitely forms a base that yes, if I'm learning Java, it is easy for me to learn other languages. That is why even for this course specifically, we will be covering for a DSA point of view, right? From a DSA point of view, we will be covering the language Java only. Okay. And it has definitely added advantages. I would strongly recommend, okay, no other language, be it C++, be it Python, they are not industry favorite. No. Okay. They're just taught in colleges and that's a very easy, simple language. Okay. And not industry favorite. Believe me, Java is very industry favorite. Whether I talk about Myntra, Flipkart, Amazon, any company you see, right? Java has a lot of extensive extensive library code base. Lot of features are there. Lot of options are there in Java. Okay. Lot of things you can build in Java language that you cannot build in any other language. So it's definitely industry favorite. Lot of job opportunities. I would strongly recommend all of you guys, for the people, okay, for the people who are either doing C++ and Python, you have done those languages. That is very good. Okay. You will be easy. It will be quite easy for you to, learn this Java language if you have already known some languages, be it C++, Python, or any other language you might have done to some extent. So Java will be easy for you to understand. And even if you are fresher, a newly fresher beginner, okay, believe me on this. Okay, I have been in this industry for quite a time, and I have seen that Java developers are much in demand. Learn Java. Okay, let us learn the Java together. So we will be learning this Java. Okay. Right, that is the plan. So we'll be learning this Java together. Right. Now, we were talking about that That's the we were talking about the Java, right? So we need to learn Java. That is the first thing, so that we can talk with computer and we can make things happen, right? Right. So now this is about Java. Why learn Java? Okay. This is short, quick theory also. Java was developed in the 1995. Okay, by somebody called as James Gosling. You can Google more about this. Okay. Just one line I want to add, and it is genuinely very much used, vast use. And anybody who is covering in C++, Python, anything, please switch to Java. Okay. Please switch to Java in case you want to really progress very big in life, right? So switch to Java, right? That is very industry favorite. Okay. Don't beat JavaScript, anything. So Java and JavaScript are different. Okay. Java, it's not same as JavaScript, but let's switch to the language Java only. Okay. Now, now let's start with the first part. Okay. Let's start with the first. So there is something called as a syntax. Okay. There is something called as a syntax, that yes, this is the syntax. Any language has syntax. What is a syntax? A syntax is a set of rules. A syntax is a set of rules, a set of rules that you need to follow, right? That is a syntax that you need to follow, Okay. Let me show you the very first code. Okay. Let me show you the very first code, and let's go into this. Okay. Let's go into this. For example, I want to show you an online Java compiler. Okay. I want to show you an online Java compiler. Okay. This is an online Java compiler that we'll be talking about. What will Java compiler do? Anybody wants to answer this? What is the task of the Java compiler? Yes. Anybody who knows this? Any smart person? What does this Java compiler do? क्या करता है Java compiler? Compile the code. Okay. Yeah, right. So yes. It is checking the code, right? First step, it is checking the code and basically processing it, checking and processing this code, right? Checking and processing the code. Whatever the code you write, it is the task of this run code line by line, everything. Okay. So checking and processing of the code is something that is done by the Java compiler. Nice, good. I could see something 50 answers, and which is very good. Okay. I could see that yes, a lot of you guys have some basic knowledge, which is good. Okay, which is good. But even if somebody who does not have any knowledge, it is absolutely fine. We are going and starting it from the very basic level. Just follow it step by step, and you will be good to go. Okay. So checking and processing of the code is done by the Java compiler. Let me take you to the online Java compiler, any of the compilers, right? So online JDB, online Java compiler. I'm just simply Googling it, right? Online Java compiler. One of the Java compilers that I could see is online GDB. Okay. This is a good, easy Java compiler. Okay. This is the good Java compiler. Anything that you can use, online GDB. Okay. You can use any Java compiler, that is fine. Just Google online Java compiler. At this point of time, I just want to talk very little about the programming. Okay. Will not go very heavy into programming at this point of time. Just hi, hello with programming. Okay. Now, whatever is written by default, this is the basic code. Okay. You don't need to focus on this code at this point of time. Okay. We will understand what do we really mean by this code, all these things. This all will be covered later, right? Whatever the basic code is there, you just simply don't delete it, but ignore it. Okay. This is the pre-written code that we will cover later. Why is this required? Okay. We'll have a long way to go. So this is the basic code that is written, which Java is using internally. Okay. So ignore, because this Java is using this code internally. Ignore, as Java is using this code internally. Okay. So Java is using this code internally to process these things. Just one second. Just give me a second. Just one second, guys. I'll get some water for myself. Okay, back in motion. So this is the basic function. This is the basic syntax that Java is already written. Okay, then we don't need to worry about this. Right. In the initial part, guys, there will be a lot of things that you will not be able to understand. Okay, you will be understanding the things slowly. Okay, we'll be moving it in a step-by-step manner. Right. So for this point of time, just understand whatever we are writing are commands. Slowly and gradually, in this 10 days journey, by the end of the 10th day, you will be super good with this. Okay, what does this mean? What does that mean? Basic will be super clear. Okay. So you need to always write in the curly braces. Okay. Anything that you write is you need to write in this curly braces. Okay. You can, here is something that I'm writing. Okay. Right. So what is the first thing that we are going to write? The first program that we're going to write is here I have to, in case I want to print something. Okay. In case I want to print any information, right? Print any information. I want to print an information. I want to give a command. Okay, all of them are technically commands. If you see, okay, anything that is written here, all of them are commands logically, right? So all of them are commands. So we are just learning basic commands that, okay, these are the basic commands. These are the basic syntax that we need to follow. Okay, that we need to follow in order to run the program, right? In order to run the program, this is the basic syntax that we need to follow, right? And this is very strict. Java is a strict language. You cannot write as a theek hai. It's not like English. It's a very strict language, and it will only understand what you have really written. Okay. So now, okay, now let's go ahead. So I want to write something. Okay, I want to print something. The command for this is system.out.println, everything in small. Okay, and after, and in this, what is the statement that I want to print? Okay, I will put that statement in double quotes. Okay, say Mahfouz types. I will put that statement in double quotes, and this is what I'm printing. We will rock together. Okay. So we will rock together, which is something I strongly believe in. Okay. And I put a semicolon at the end. This is a syntax that you want to write as it is, right? System.out.println kya hai? A command hai, right? This is nothing but a command. That with the help of this, you will print any information, right? Whatever that you want to print, this is the message that you have to print, right? Right. This is the message that you want to print. That yes, this is something that I want to print. Okay. So even they have given you a standard thing that is system.out.println hello world. Okay. So what will be printed in the terminal? Okay. What will be printed here in the console? So hey, this is called as console. Right. So this is something that we are printing. We will rock together. Right. We will rock together, right? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. So what will be printed? Yes. Yes. Right. Good. Good to see that energy. Very good. Keep that same motivation higher, right? 10 days, believe me, you will fall in love with coding. Okay. There will be a lot of people saying me that, okay, Tushar, I am not very much interested in the coding. Sometimes I don't feel like coding. It's not like that. I will change your perception. Give me those 10 days, but I want all the 315 people. Okay. So even you could see of the 412 people that we started with, I think 420 people, only 315 left, right? So this is something that you have to maintain. Okay. The test that we do at the module end is not difficult. Believe me, it's very easy. But only we want to filter out the people that who are genuinely focused, right? Who have given that promise to themselves that, okay, from today, they will start focusing 100% and they will rock, right? Right. So this is the output that we'll print. How we'll check this? This is the run statement, right? This is the run statement. This is run statement that will be that we need to click, right? We'll click on this run statement. Let's see what is output. Here we click on this, and this is the run statement that we get, right? Compiling program, and it has been done, right? Nice. So these are the two statements that we have got. Okay. Anything that is written above it, public static void main, public class main, you can ignore it at this point of time. I'm not saying we will not be learning this. No, it's not like that. It's just like it's very initial stage. If we are learning the basic things first, we will slowly and gradually jump into all of these things, right? In the first day, we'll not be able to cover these things because we don't know a lot of things as of now. So we will learn those things with time, right? So this is something that you can ignore for now. Okay. You just learn the basic commands now and you will slowly and gradually learn more about them, right? So the idea is system.out.println helps you do what? It helps you do the print statement. Simple, right? It helps you do the print statements. Anything that you want to print in the terminal, okay, this is called as terminal. Whatever the black thing that you could see down is called as a terminal, right? So we will learn a lot of languages later. Yes, we will learn about JavaScript also. So this is called as a terminal. This is where the output is printed, right? This is where the output is printed. Yahan par output print hoga, right? And this is the where you write the code. Okay, this is where you write the code. And guys, regarding the language, also don't worry much about the language, okay? Because sometimes if the concept is very difficult, okay, then the instructor always tries you and helps you explain that concept in Hindi also, okay? So, but try hard that yes, you are able to grasp the concepts in English because industry is little favoring an English language. And even we have soft skill sessions that can help you improve your English language also, okay? So don't worry on that part. Language is something that you will learn with time, okay? Don't just drop off because of language, right? Don't just drop off because of language. That is the thing that I'm telling, okay? This is the good opportunity, believe me on that. I have seen, literally I've seen hundreds of people who have transformed their life through me only, right? I've taught about a lot of people and even students come back to me that, okay, sir, I have seen their journey, right? I have seen their journey that, okay, when they came back on the first day I met them, we slowly became friends, right? We became like buddies, we became like companions. And I could see that, yes, in 6 months, they have genuinely transformed themselves. And this is something that I'm sharing from my personal experience, that the students that I have interacted with, the students that I have been a part of the journey with, they have genuinely improved. They've become a better person and super doing in life, right? Rocking in life, right? So this is the this is the system.out.print statements that we are printing. Hello world, we will talk together. These are the two statements, right? Now, for example, I add this third statement. Okay. So what is the syntax? The syntax is whatever you want to print anything, you write this thing system.out.println, and whatever is written in say double quotes. Okay, that mahfoos thing is written in the string format. Okay, that is something that you write here. You want to print any other thing also? System.out.println. We will become better people and get dream jobs, dream IT jobs. So this is also the plan. Let me print this also. I will delete this line. That means this will not be printed. When I delete this line, that simply means that this line will not be printed, right? I have deleted this line. Now this line will not be printed. You can only delete that line, okay? Rest, these things you cannot delete, okay? So this is the basic code that you have to always keep, okay? This is the basic code that you have to keep always. You will not change this, keep this code always, okay? Keep this code always. We will not change this code, and this is something that we have to keep always, right? Right. So this is the system.out.println, right? And we'll just run this. Let's run this. And this is, we run this. Nice. Compiling the program, output. This is the output. Right. Okay. Okay. Now let's understand something else. Okay. Let's understand something else also. That is, what is the difference between, okay, so we have seen system.out.println, okay? So there are these two words. One of the words is println, that is the first command, okay? The second word is print, system.out.print, okay? This is also something that you can do. What is the difference between this and this? It will keep a line after that, and this print will not keep a line. I will show you an example with the help of an example. let's understand that. So I'll just explain this what I meant. Okay, so we have two things. So this is another type of syntax. So in system.out is something common. Okay, system.out is something common. And if you do a println, if you write a command println, if you write a syntax println, that okay, I want to print after breaking a line also. Okay, I want to print. Okay, it will do what? It will print the statement that whatever the statement is there, plus it will get ln also new line. Right, it will get to a new line also. And that's the second part. But if you do simply system.out.print, right? If you just simply do system.out.print, in that case, it will just print the line. It will not go to a new line, right? Whatever blah, blah, blah we have written, it will just print these things. It will not go to the new line, right? So let me show you this with the help of an example. Okay. Let me show you this with the help of an example. So, let me, where is this? Okay, so this is air, right? So, right. So, right. And let me show you. I am, right. I'll just deleting them. I'm just simply deleting them. Okay, I delete this. This is the place where you can play. Okay, this is literally like a playground where you can try playing and doing a lot of stuff. Right. So now what you can do, system.out.print. I'm not doing println, mind it. I'm doing the print. I'm doing hello everyone. Okay, hello. And in the next line, I am doing system.out.print everyone. So do you think hello and everyone will be in separate lines, or do you think that they will be the same line? What do you think? What will be the output? Yes, what will be the output? Kya output aayega? Same line, right? Everybody believes it's in the same line. Nice. Right. So let me run this. Let's check this also. Output will be, okay, it's wrong. So it's showing me an error. Okay, I did something wrong. It is showing me an error. Right. That means it is telling that, okay, Tushar, semicolon is missing. Error, semicolon has been expected. This is a syntax error. Right. It is telling me a syntax error because in the line number 16 also it is telling that where I have written this in the line number 16. It is telling this is the line number 16, guys. Main Java line number 16. A semicolon is missing after, right after the semicolon. यहाँ पर बता रहा है, देखो कितना प्यारा है. How beautiful, right? After every line you have to add the semicolon, right? So I will be adding the semicolon, right? I add the semicolon, nice semicolon, and then run. Okay. Yes. So hello everyone, welcome. Okay. So एक line में print हो. Let's get it complicated. Now answer me this. So hello everyone, system.out.println. One second, system.out.print. I will do this println, and I will do it system.out.print, and I will do this print. Hello everyone, we will. I am doing it complicated. Try this, okay? This was a good exercise. System.out.println rock. What will be the output? Yes. क्या output आएगा? Rock. What will be the output? Think slowly. Take your time. What will be the output? Think. Let's think correctly. Think correctly, right? Take your time. सोचो क्या हो रहा है? After hello, there is a println, right? After hello, there is a println. That means after hello, line will be broken. So after hello, so here is hello, right? There is this hello. And after hello, what it has done? I have written println. That means the line is broken. That means the line is gone. So now the command will go in the next line. the printing part will go in the next line. The next line is everyone. Everyone will be printed nice, right? Everyone is printed correct. Now, is there an end of line? No, new line is not there, right? So we will go in the next line. That is telling print that statement. We will, right? We will. And after this, we will, what it is telling? It is telling break a line. That means take to the new line. It will again take to a new line. Nice. Now it will telling rock together. That is a new line. I print this rock together. Right? So this is the idea. Okay, this is how you print it. I will repeat this. Let's understand this. What are we doing? After hello, okay, there is this ln. I have put this enter, right? This is the enter command. I have broken this line, right? We are printing this everyone. Everyone is being printed nice. No breaking of line, no. Okay, because Java is a strict language, right? In the next, no, in the same line, what will happen? In the same line, we will be printed. We will print it. V is being printed nice. After we will, the line is broken. ln means new line. So here and enter, we come to the new line. Okay, here's the cursor. Rock together is something that will be printed. Rock together is something that is printed now. So this is the complete output. Hello, everyone. We will rock together. This is how you can decide also that, okay, how will the output be printed, right? Let's take one more thing. I think a lot of you guys almost gave the correct answer, but there were still other people who could not. So it is, let's do this. We will put a lot of hard work. Make our parents proud. Right, print statement, print ln. Right, now tell me, what will be the output? Okay, I'll just do this shortcut. I think it's difficult for you to write a lot of things. I'll just hard work, parents proud, second line. Third line is we will, fourth line is rock together. These are the four. I'll just making things short. Yes, come on. Right, okay. See, a lot of you guys are doing this mistake, okay? Everything after the space, it will not get to the next line, no. Anything that is between those brackets, that will be completed first, okay? That will be completed first. That means hard work is something that will be printed in the first line, no doubt about that, okay? Hard work, that is the first thing, right? What is the next statement? The statement is this complete statement, not only the keyword, right? Parents proud complete will be printed, okay? So hard work के बाद parents proud will be printed together, okay? ऐसा नहीं कि after parents break line will be there. No, wrong, right? After the parents will be printed also in the same line, okay? This is something that that I think a lot of you guys are doing wrong. So hard work and parents proud that will be there in the same line, right? Because the print statement, the end of the line is after this, right? Anything that is in the green color, okay? Anything that you could see the green color, that will all be completed, right? So proud will not be in the next line. No, wrong, right? Hard work and parents proud will be in the same line, right? Hard work and parents proud will be in the same line. And then we will rock together, right? So we will rock together. So this is the idea. Okay, this is the idea. And I think a lot of you guys have done this correct. Good. Hard work can make your parents proud, and we will rock together definitely. Let's run this, and we're good to start. Okay, hard work's parent proud in the same line. Nice. We will rock together in the next line. Very nice. Okay, so this is the idea. This is something that we have learned about. Okay, this is something that we've learned about the print statements in Java. Let's jump to the next thing. Okay, this is the next thing. I am just commenting it out. Okay, I'm just commenting it out. In case you don't want any line to be printed, you can just do double slash on that in front of that line. Okay, any line that you don't want to be executed, any line that you don't want the compiler to read, the Java ID, you don't want the Java ID to read this line. Okay, you can simply ignore that line by putting a double forward slash in front of that. Okay, this is called a comment. Okay, this is called a commenting of a line, that okay, I don't want to have this line. I'm just simply putting a double slash in front of this. Right, I don't want to print these lines. I will comment these out. Okay, that means this complete line will be ignored, and you can write anything that you want. Right, I can write anything that I want because this line will be ignored, does not matter. Right, very interesting. Right, so this is about a single line comment, that this is that I want to comment this single line, and I don't want the output from this line. No, right, double forward slash. Yeah, right. So two lines have been commented because in front of both of these lines the forward slash is there. Right, so let's run this program again and see how is the output. So now the first two lines will be completely ignored. Right, and what is the output? We will rock together is output. Right, nice. So this is, I talk about the concept of print statements. Right, now I want to talk about something that's a very important and general concept, that's called the variables. Okay, variables. So what are variables? Variables are something that in which you can store the information. Okay, they are called as variables. Variables are things where you can store the information. Kya hote hain variables? Yes, what is your definition of variables? What do you think variables kya hote hain? What are variables? Kya hote hain variables? Right. Good, super good. Right, it is just a place, small, short form, just a place to store the information. Right, to store the information. Yes, info. Right, that I want to store this information. This is what I'm doing, store the information. I want to store the information. I will be using the variables. Right, for example, you want to store your marks. Okay, the variable that we'll be using is integer. Integer is a type of variable. Kis type ka variable hona chahiye? See, sometimes you have to store values. Okay, sometimes you have to store maybe normal integers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, 6, right? Sometimes, right, sometimes you have to store decimal values also. 3.6, 4.7, 4.7, anything. Sometimes you have to store string also. I mean ABCD. Sometimes that ABCD has to be stored. Right, ABCD has to be stored, and all these things. At other times, you have to store continuous data also. Let me just write it cleanly. So what are the different information that we might need to store? Information जो हमें store करनी है, right? Information जो हमें store करनी है, that is, for example, I want to store integers 1, 2, 27, 3000. All these are integers, right? They're simply integers, correct? Sometimes you want to store the decimal values. That could be 3.6, 4.7, 2.94, anything, right? Kuch bhi kar sakte hain, right? Sometimes you want to store only the single characters A, C, Z. Maybe your school grades, right? That they are A, B, B, anything. Some people F also. Okay. Right. even my story, college story, I can tell you, I got 18 marks in out of 18 my first semester. Okay. So when I came back to college, came into college, I did not study at all. Zero studying. Okay. So absolute zero studying. So I used to chill, do this and that. Then I got 80 marks out of 80. 18 out of 80 in maths exam. First semester maths exam, I got this. Okay. Suppose I have to store this information, right? So this is Tushar. Okay. So let's store this type of information. Not a good information to store, but yeah. Okay. Too much marks, I know. Then I pleaded the professor that, okay, professor, please give me passing marks this time. Then there were 20 marks internal. Okay. Then there were 20 marks internal. Out of those 20, he gave me, I think, 15 something. So then the total score was 33. That is how I got passed in my first semester maths. Okay. So I am sure you guys would also have same stories. Everybody's on the same page. So let's store this type of information, right? Suppose I want to store information, right? That is about my marks. Okay. So first of all, my marks are 18. Then decimal. What could be information that I could store? Decimal that could be क्या हो सकता है information जो decimal में add कर सकते हैं हम लोग? Any good idea of an example that we could store information in decimal? Percentage, right? Nice, good. So for example, I got something around 20%, 22.5%, for example. Okay, this is something that I got, right? Or something that's the idea. So now what will be my grade? My grade will be, I'm just deleting all of this random information. Yeah. So this is something, so you could feel that, okay, because to cater different types of data, we have different types of data structures, right? So then you have grade. Okay, the grade was definitely F, of course, no doubt on that. It was not F, I think it is about fail. It is about E. It was about E, I think. I'm not sure. F is for fail. In my college, it was E. Achha, I am from NIT Allahabad, in case somebody does not know. I think I missed it. So I am from NIT Allahabad and I am from CS background. So this is about me. So if somebody is joined late, I'm SD at Myntra. Okay. So short information. You will know more about me soon. Okay. CS means computer science, brother. CS means computer science. It's a branch name. Okay. Back to this. So then you have the information as called as this string. Then I have Tushar. So this is the type of information that the computer might be storing about me, right? Now, in order to store this information, different types of information needs different variables, okay? Different types of information definitely needs different types of variables, okay? So we have different types of variables. I'll just name them today and we'll go deep into that tomorrow. This is called integer, okay? This is called float, okay? Or double is also called. Okay. This is called a character. And this is called a string. Let's store this values also. Okay, let's store these values and print this. Okay. Integer, float, character, and string. Don't worry. In case you're not getting it today, we will be discussing about this tomorrow also. I'm just giving a small, short, brief introduction. Integer, first one. Integer, variable name. Now variable name is something that you can keep anything. ठीक है कि आप इस value को किस नाम से refer करना चाहते हो. This value has to be referred by which name? What is the most logical name that I should keep it? Tell me. Integer what? Integer marks, right? These are marks. This is what are they denoting? They're denoting my marks. That is 18. Okay. And yeah. So now what is the next thing? The next thing is, what is the other information that I want to store? Come on. It is my percentage, right? So I will store the percentage. Integer. It's not of type integer. No, wrong. It is of type. What is the type we have written? Float or double. You can use any one of them. I will be using double for now. Okay. Double. Okay. Just for the reference. So double or float, anything can be used. Double percentage. These are just the variable names that you can keep, that in case at a later stage in the code, you want to get these information, you want to fetch this information, you can get it. That is 22.5%. Okay. This will not take the percentage because percentage is a special character. What else? Grade, character grade. That is of E. Okay. It will come in single quote. String name. Okay, string by string error. Right. Okay, it's just not the color. So string is just the color name, I think. Is it throwing some error? Just 1 second. It's just a color name, right? Okay. String name is Tushar. Okay, so this is Tushar. Semicolon at all of them. These are the variables that I have done. Now I can show you the print. I can print these things also. So how to print this? We have already learned system.out.println. And then I can print a string also, right? The marks are. Then I want to print the marks. I can print both of these things also. Okay, I can print both of these things also. I will use a plus command that, okay, print the string also. This is called a string, right? Anything that is between double quotes is called a string. We will learn about string in detail in coming lectures. But anything that is been in double quotes, think of it like a string or a sequence of characters. In order to print two things or multiple things, I will add those things. Okay. Add is not something that you add this, but yeah, you can print them together. Okay. I want to print the marks. I print this marks. Next line, system.out.println. That is the percentage. Percentage is plus. What is my percentage? 22.5 is in the variable percentage, right? Here I'm not setting the values, right? But the values are there in the above, right? So I want to print two things. Okay, I'll just delete them. Okay, for now, I will use them in different things, if in case that's causing confusion. So I will do the system.out.print, control B, and then the marks are, and then here I will do system.out.println, nice. Okay. Then in the next part, system.out.print, and then the percentages, right? Semicolon. Right. I know it's already 11, guys. Let's not be so strict with the time. I will just take 2 more minutes. It's okay to spend time in your growth and development, isn't it? System.out.println percentage, right? Semicolon. Next line, system.out.print the, what is the grade is. Then I know it's getting complicated. Out.println, the grade is grade, right? And just the 3 things for now. Right. Okay. So initially I've defined there some values, right? Println will do what? Okay. Println will do what? It will just break the line, right? So line number 38 is println, sorry. Thank you. So yeah. So println will try to break a new line, bring a new line. Press the enter button in the cursor, right? Okay. And so this is the print statement. Okay. Marks is a variable name. Okay. Marks does not has a string. Okay. So then you want to print a message. Okay. Anything that is between the double quotes is something that you're printing as a message. Okay. आपको कुछ message print करना है. That is a string format. But marks are variable name. This marks, percentage, and grade, these are nothing but these are the variable names, right? ये variable names हैं and they will not be in double quotes. No, these are just the variable names that we have defined. Okay, and they will have their values. They will have their separate values, right? Let's try running this program. Yes, so we could see that this marks variable was automatically replaced by the value 18. Let's put some more space here. So you could see I have written here marks, right? I have written here marks, but it has automatically been replaced by the value 18, right? Similarly, in the next line, line number 42, I have written the word percentage, right? I have just written the variable percentage, but in the print statement, they have written it has replaced the value y because I have defined the value above, right? This is the value that you should keep. If somebody asks you what is the value of your percentage, you should give the response 22.5. So in the print statement, when I'm printing this, it will not print percentage, no, because percentage is not in double quotes. We are printing its value. Are you guys understanding this? Similarly, line number 46, try to observe. The grade is written in print in string, correct? But the grade that I have defined here, okay? The grade variable that I've actually defined here, right? So this grade E. But here you could see it's printing E, but I have defined here grade. Right? I'll just repeat this once in case it's not clear. Okay, see this. The marks are printed as it is. Marks are printed as it is. Very nice. Right? No end line, nothing. Right? But in the next line, I could see it executes the program line by line. First line, correct, done. In the second line, system.out.println. That means after the variable marks, what is the value of the marks variable? The value of the marks variable is written above, which is 18. तो यहां पर क्या प्रिंट होगा? यहां पर marks नहीं प्रिंट होगा, यहां पर इसकी वैल्यू प्रिंट होगी, that is 18, right? So here the marks will not get printed, but the value will, that which is 18. 18 हो जाएगा, right? तो 18 हो गया, nice, good. Similarly, let's go ahead. The percentage. Okay, the next line is system.out the percentages. This is the percentages print हो गया, बढ़िया. आगे नेक्स्ट लाइन में परसेंटेज वेरिएबल प्रिंट कर रखा है. परसेंटेज वेरिएबल की वैल्यू क्या है? दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ द परसेंटेज वेरिएबल, वैल्यू ऑफ द वेरिएबल दैट वी हैव डिफाइंड. ओके, इन द मैथ्स यू रिमेंबर, राइट? थिंक ऑफ इट इन द मैथ्स. In the maths, we used to define a variable x, y, z, a, b, c. All of them were variables. They used to store a value, right? They used to store a value, right? This is something we used to write in maths also, right? X equals to 5. 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 will have what value? So we will put the x equals to 5 and 3x plus 2 will be 17. Similar concept, nothing fancy, right? You do 2 into x plus 3x plus 4x. This is how you do, right? So this is something very similar. मैंने एक variable लिया. I have kept its variable name that you can keep anything. Okay. And we will talk about some variable naming conventions also. But yes, so we'll be printing this. Okay, we'll be printing this, that these are the variable names and this is how they're getting printed, right? And what is the system of print and println? Whenever you write print, it does not make a new line. Println, after it has printed whatever it wanted to print it, the next information will always be printed in new line, right? So println means next line, print means in the same line. Okay. And what is the other thing that we have learned? The other thing that we have learned is the variable names, right? The variable names could be assigned a value, okay? And that value is something that we are fetching. All right. Is everybody with me at this point of time? Everybody is clear with the concept? Maza aaya class mein? Enjoyed the class, right? Yes. Okay. Sounds good. Perfect. बहुत मजा आया. Even I enjoyed a lot of interacting with a lot of you guys. It was super fun. Okay, and we will have this enjoyment sessions daily. Okay, just make sure that you attend the classes regularly. You're understanding all the concepts. So fun and learning will go hand in hand, and you will enjoy a lot of things. Right? Okay. So we will continue this type of charcha tomorrow. Okay, it was so much good interacting with all of you guys, right? And just make sure that you remember the promise that you've done with yourself. Good night. Take some rest. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8. Okay. You will get the recording of this. Yes. Okay. The recording will be available. I'm not sure. It will be available in the Discord channel. I am not sure of this, but I think yes, it will be available in the Discord channel. Okay. You can just have a look. And also these resources or anything that we want to communicate, we will be communicating in the Discord channel. Okay. The link to the Discord channel I'm not having right now. If somebody is having, can you please share the link of the Discord channel? I think Shikha, are you there? Shikha. Yeah, thank you so much, Umangi. So I'll just share that link once. Thank you guys. I'll just share this. So I have put, sorry, just 1 second. One second. What's one thing? Right, okay. So this is the link. Okay, I have pinged in the chat section. Please make sure that you see this. Thank you so much for sharing. And this is something that you can refer to. Okay, join this group and make sure to clear all of the doubts. Okay, and that's it. We'll keep on learning, keep on growing. All the very best. We'll rock together. Thank you. I think there are some doubts. Shikha, do you have something to say? Right. Good night. Thank you so much. It was very good interacting with you guys. I am sure you guys enjoyed the session too. And we will rock together, definitely. Okay. Super. Okay. Good night. Thank you. You can drop off. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye. Okay. Definitely. I hope you enjoyed the session. Yeah. Shikha, do you have something to share?
No, Tushara. No.
Sounds good. Perfect. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. I think it's the end of the session. We'll drop off and I'll guys see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Okay, make sure everybody joins. See you. Good night. Bye. I should yeah, okay, perfect.